Hands up as we fall, spinning faster. Now, hopefully. Okay, now we got voice. Okay, cool. Fucking sick.
Forced her off.
It's too late for me now.
I choose the asshole life.
Okay.
I'm not going to. Oh, I sure open roll 20. Oh,
Yes.
I was so good the last few times. I forgot this time.
That's okay.
It's fine. We had a day off.
Yeah.
We're all off.
We're all off. Okie dokie. Derpy is grabbing some of just grabbing the text from that deal document.
I'm here, but I'm not here.
Oh, nice.
Just because we want to make sure we have that for you guys.
Fuck is it?
Well, hopefully, yeah, there we go. She found it. Cool. Okay. Let us get started with a quick summary, as we're going to jump into this and continue on, obviously, where we left off. The summary is quick and dirty, because there wasn't a whole crazy lot of nuanced action. It was more so the, oh my god, what is that?
That was the most intense combat of our lives.
Yeah.
It kinda was.
Verbal combat. Okay, so, as we started last time, it was with Rashad's airship arriving at the town of Aligiri. And, oh yeah, wait, what am I even doing here? This is obviously not correct. Alright, so Rashad's airship arrives at the town of Aligiri. Ilya immediately springs into action and flies up to Rashad's ship to confront him, Aphelion closely on her heels. The remaining party members each achieve flight in some way or fashion and head up as well. A tense standoff ensues between the crew of the airship and the party themselves. Rashad arrives on the top deck and converses with the party. Ilya and the crew are not happy that he tracked them to Aligiri and realize he is using it as leverage. They agree to come to terms and strike a deal with Rashad, but he must take the airship away from the town. He agrees, and the party descends down to his magically protected study to work on their deal. Cue negotiation montage. A deal seems to have been finalized and is ready to be signed as the airship returns back towards Aligiri to reunite the party with their vehicles. So, that's where we're at.
Sorry, I just like the clenched and benched versus the lubed and ready. It's like two very different approaches to preparing one's butt.
Oh,
my god.
Wall
Oh, yeah.
text crits.
Oh yeah, 10 bones to Sketty, of course.
Kitty bones.
Wait, there's more.
At least it wasn't like 10 of those little tiny bones you find in fish sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that would be
That would be the
disappointing.
true devil's deal.
Yeah, devils aren't like dicks though. That's the thing. They don't sign a deal and they're just like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna go out of my way to like fuck you with like a minuscule
I feel
bone.
like I feel
Prepare
like
your butts again, because
lesser
if you're
devils.
currently reading, it may fuck up.
Yes, butt is prepared. I feel like lesser devils are kind of like, I'm gonna trick people and try and get up the ladder quicker, and greater devils are just like, yeah, this is how it is. This is the legal system, and we're going to use it properly.
Yes. Oh my goodness, this is a giant. Is there any more? That is all.
More to come. I feel like we need at least another like 10 pages of legalese here.
The rest of it is, well, that's the thing. That's why I'm sending this piece of it. This is not the contract. This is like the notes going into the contract.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like these are like the terms of the contract basically. But like,
This is
don't
the
you
Spark
worry.
Notes version.
This is yeah. These are like the notes at the bottom of the contract while I'm building the contract at the top. So.
All right. Well, we can look at the
Yeah.
cliff notes of this.
This is
Sonya is recognized as the most beautiful, muscular, and available mortal in all the realms. When did that get in there?
It was part of the discussion. I
was.
left nothing out.
It's like when you
That
sign
may be
it,
part of the
there's
fine
a-
print.
There's like a little bit of room left between like the bottom line and the signature. They forgot to block it out, so Sonya just wrote that in.
In
Yeah.
big letters, all caps.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like fine print.
Yeah. That's funny. Like it. Party to be required to. Okay, so the party, as in Rashad, will required to provide 10 votes. Get EK. With these terms met, party will publicly voice their backing of Rashad's placement on X being the Archduke of Avernus, with the single exception that Asmodeus voices his discontent. No souls shall be exchanged as part of this contract. Rashad will never attempt to direct the blood war directly or indirectly in a way that would lead towards its end, either defeat or victory. That's not part of it.
Yeah, that was discussed as to not be part of it.
Yep.
It was just reworded in a way that was not as obvious to that.
Yeah.
Same end
Yeah.
goal, but different wording.
It was hold the line of the blood war in Avernus.
Or to prevent it from going any further into the hells or something like that.
Hold on, there was something else.
At the beginning. It's at the
position
end.
of
You put it there.
Avernus upon-
It says
did
demon
put it in
incursion
there.
must be prevented from expanding further into Avernus
yeah.
or other
Yeah, it's
planes
at the end.
utilizing.
This is so. This is literally, guys,
know.
everything that was in the Discord.
Okay, so that was the one that we fixed up. Holy shit. Okay. Rashad will assist in redeeming Zariel however possible. Okay. Thereby lending information or forces. After the deposition of Zariel, a flying fortress will be kept on standby, which Glimmer is given rank of captain for. No more cities will be pulled into the hells. Instead, Glimmer Fehas will be in charge of recruiting for the blood war on the material plane. Amani Bariko will be treated as ambassador between Avernus and the material plane and will be made privy to the contracts made up until his inability to perform the function due to death, yada yada, and then another person from Torm will replace him. The town of Alighieri and those who do not participate in the blood war shall not be harmed by Rashad's direct or indirect action or inaction. On the signing of this contract, Rashad will be companion and pertinent to the task of removing Zariel from at the party will publicly voice their backing of Rashad's placement as Archduke of Avernus. Okay, so then there's the ambassador. That's just more expansion on that. All promises backing Rashad are indelible with the soul. Okay, Odious himself. Okay, that's fine. That's some more content there. Okay. Delphi will be consulted with any and all actions that were okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Cool.
I think it's pretty solid.
Is pretty solid. Not too many loopholes in there. There's some stuff that could obviously be more very detailed out, but that's the way it is. I think the more important part though is the concentrating on the fact that it is worded in a way that if this like passed across the desk of Asmodeus, he would look at it and it wouldn't like set off alarms.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
If anything, it might impress him in terms of it being a elusive contract like that. All right, so I think we ended with the contract being signed. Who's signing what? That's the thing, is that who is representing the party?
Pretty sure that was
me.
Glimmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so it's signed by Glimmer and signed by Rashad Fehas, and the contract, even though it is on one sheet of like this vellum parchment, as soon as the contract is signed, there's a puff of smoke, and there are now 2 copies of the sheet with all the details on it, one for Rashad and one for Glimmer, et al. Of the party. And that's where we started with him, if you do remember correctly, revealing his part of the deal, which was that the companion, also known as the Solar Insidiator, is a prison for a planetar that was placed in there by Zariel as the gift to ward off the evils that plagued El Terrell. However, when the time was up for the deal that she had made with Thievius Krieg, the companion changed and triggered the triggered the transportation of Elturel into Nine Hells, specifically into Avernus. So now it is the whatever the jail or that container that has the planetar in it is currently floating above Elturel still in a big black mass in the middle of it, which Hamon has seen with his arcane eye. And the power within, or the power of this prison, is lancing out that electric energy, sending down the shattering lightning bolts into the streets of Elturel as it slowly descends. So Rashad snaps his fingers, and a scroll tube appears in his hands, and he rolls up the parchment and places it in the scroll tube, opens up his cloak, puts it in a pocket in the cloak. Well, it seems that our deal is struck. In terms of the other parts of this that I owe you, you already have the key to redeeming Zariel. His head glances over at the sword at your hip, Elion. That sword contains the last drop of celestial good that Zariel once had within. But it's not as simple as he laughs, stabbing her with it, or just giving her the sword. She needs to accept the redemption. That's where you all come in. And he looks over at Lulu, who's kind of just sulking there a little bit, still not fully trusting Rashad, but happy that there has been some deal struck here that helps out this group. That little Holyphant, former companion, will definitely be of help in the situation. Seeing her might be that catalyst that pushes it over the edge.
Well, I believe from this point forward, things are going to be moving rather quickly.
Agreed. We took a look at the armor you said that Bell was constructing. That's like still spread out on the table. Hamon's diary version of it.
Right, yeah.
As stated.
Now, with that spell, I know. Can I choose to see the diary entries?
I think you can like kind of see it as a hologram, like with most illusions. Like you can see it, but you don't see it.
Got it.
Yeah, but no, it's not real.
I'm curious what juicy secrets you know that you put in there.
So, as I stated before, the armor that is being made for Bell basically is like a protective. It's a very protective suit of like full plate armor, but much more so with augmentations made into it. You can see the details there of some extra beefiness in terms of providing him with basically like a layer of protective temporary HP, to put it in game terms, but armor that will keep him and his corporeal self healthy, as well as there's magical components built into it so that can shoot out and assail his opponents or his enemies with arcane bolts of energy. There is, as you look at this, a very small and seem to be well armored area of the suit, obviously like right there in the front of him, like the Iron Man kind of geode center part, that upon further examination you can definitely tell that would be a vulnerable point that would have some sort of effect if able to be hit or damaged.
Also, I have a feeling that this is going to devolve into a kaiju fight that we're involved in somehow.
It's just in the middle of it, just like and just getting slapped around. I mean,
it's going to be a Planetar versus Zariel, which I assume is at least large size. She's a big angely girl.
And then it's going to be us watching Pacific Rim.
Yeah, exactly. And then big mech Bell. And he's large too, right?
He's a pit fiend. He was like
big or huge.
Larger than large.
Huge McLarge.
Is he huge McLarge?
No, he's large. He's large. Pit fiends are large.
Yeah, they're on the like top end of large, though. I think.
Yeah, they're pushing the boundaries. That 10x10 box. They're really in that 10x10. All right. So, I don't think there was much more that needed to be kind of discussed or like revealed. The deal is struck. Rashad has given you the information he has requested. And so he looks to you all and he says, before we take you back to your vehicles at Alagiri, what is the plan going from here on out? Are you, you look out the window of this in the distance and you can see El Terrell falling closer and closer, probably now about 200, 300 feet above the river Styx. Pretty close. He kind of looks back and gives you an eye, gives you all a look. Not much time if we're to keep El Terrell from being converted into more souls for the Blood War.
No, I think you're right, and we do need to make haste on that.
It does seem as it may be time to put this in motion.
Yeah, I think it might be time to go meet that Planetar.
The question is, if we do that, then we probably will be facing both Bel and Zerial at the same time, or close to it. Are we not sure we want to take care of Bel beforehand?
Do we even think we could do that?
That is the other option, is we would have Zerial and Bel fighting, but neither of them are stupid. Would not be unlikely that they would target us first.
If we want to try to do something about Bale, we really have to make sure, for one, I look around we're not being watched right now, and two, are we still in the ship?
Yeah, you guys are still within
okay.
you're still
we don't have-
within the cabin of his,
we would have to find some way to sneak into his place, his lair, which I do not think is a good place to try to fight him in the first place. But
No.
try to disable his armor before he can try to use it, perhaps. But I do not know. I can read a bit into this, and I know what the weak point is, but I am no engineer of hellish machinery, so I do not know exactly how to do this.
Rashad speaks up as well, and he says, I have to give my input here too. If you were to assault Bell now in his forge, well, it's his home turf.
Exactly.
Can we just collapse the volcano on him or whatever the hell it is he lives in, the forge?
Or draw him out. That's also a possibility.
Have you considered what the Planetar is going to do when it is released? It's still another wild card.
Rashad shrugs.
I think we can convince him that we have the best intentions in mind.
I'm also not unconvinced that he and Zerial will know each other.
I'm pretty sure they'll know each other.
Personally, not in passing acquaintance. Hey, who the fuck are you? What was that for?
Which is...
Considering that Zerial is the one that imprisoned him, I assume he probably trusted her, and probably does not any longer.
Which means is we have a small amount of time before she or whoever else shows up after this thing is opened to have a very quick and meaningful conversation, perhaps, and try to. We may have to have a couple plans before we go, based on how we think it's going to react. If we think the Planetar is going to join us and try to help fight Zerial or try to redeem,
that's one most plan. Of our plans go awry. So what if we go in no plan, spells blazing, and we just do it?
Spells blazing. I would think that Flip would look up at that and give you two emphatic thumbs up.
I mean, to be fair, you're right. Most of our planning has never really quite worked out the way we want to, but we have to have at least some idea of what to do if things go tits up.
Yes, so plan is have a conversation with this Planetar. If it goes poorly, we die. If it goes well, he'll help us and we might not die.
But we also have to try to figure out how he's going to help us. It's going to, what? We're going to tell him there's a pit thing coming to try to kill us, or that Zerial's going to be on their way, or both?
We tell him that Zerial has fallen to the temptations of Avernus, and we're trying to redeem her. I think
if I like this idea, then we just have to say that, well, if you won't help us redeem her, at least try to help avenge. And then that there's others to try to prevent this.
Yes.
I just don't know. I am very unfamiliar, despite all my studies with the celestial plane, as very focused on the lower planes. I do not know how to expect the Planetar to react. I know they are
I
very
think he has
intelligent
the greater good in mind, if I'm not mistaken, and us explaining that we plan on keeping the Blood War stable would be for the greater good. Yes?
I don't know if we need to discuss the blood war in this. Too much information of quick for someone who's been stuck in a ball for how many hundreds of years now? Quite a
He
while.
probably knows what it is. It's been going on a while.
And
Yes.
we'll
Well,
be
we don't
right
know like
above
what
it.
communication it has with outside of its little inside the companion.
It's a little studio apartment up there, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if like it can actually like see out and communicate, or if it's just like
There's a
oh,
lot of
I'm just gonna
unknowns.
stare
Doing
at the
COVID
walls.
life in the sticks.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
no.
a lot of unknowns, but I do think as soon as he's out, even if he's been in stasis and so, or he or she's been in stasis, as soon as you see the sticks and what's going on, I think they'll be pretty quick to understand where they are. So that's still
Yeah, I would hope so.
reasonable to assume.
Point being, first goal is we want to redeem Zerial. If that doesn't work, second goal is we want to make sure that the Blood War is maintained and stable for as long as possible so that the demon incursion does not make its way into the other planes. As well as the devils aren't able to focus on taking other planes for their own. Or what have them.
Mhm. And if we go to this planetar first, and he or she is successful in helping us redeem Zerial, that means that we do now have, presumably, Zerial and this planetar to help us fight Bell.
Perhaps.
Or
And
this
then
Planetar and Bell to help us fight Zerial, depending on which way it goes.
or we find ourselves in the middle of a hellish Mexican standoff, which is also a very big possibility. And Rashad is still the unknown here because we have not said anything to anyone about the Rashad. And if he shows up or he's going to watch from a distance, I look over to him because we're still there, right?
He looks and he says, well, according to the contract, you are obligated to aid me, and I to aid me, and my special forces will as soon as the opportunity itself.
Very well. I assume I can trust you to understand when may or may not be a good time to try to make yourself known.
Agreed. It needs to happen once seat has been vacated, whether by her redemption or her defeat.
How do you go about declaring that title as well? Do you have to like show up at the throne?
I sit my ass in the chair. No, I just make claim to it and I make claim to it and defeat all others. Or they surrender.
There's still the wild card of Lucille. We did not really discuss her, but she may show up as well.
He steeples his face. At large pit. Commander of Zerial's army. She is still a wild card. I do not know how she will act.
Do you think bringing up Gargoth would be beneficial or detrimental to our success?
Chuckles. Gargoth, well, considering that you have eliminated him from the equation, he had no ill will or goodwill toward you. I don't think it will matter.
Damn, she really just used him, didn't she?
Well, and if you think about it,
fiendish relationships are fickle.
Perhaps we can learn a thing or two from this. Perhaps we can try to find a way to use her reaction to this, manipulate, her or Bale against one another first or something. But I don't know how we would do this ahead of time.
Rashad looks over the table at you all and says, I have, well, if my gut check is right, and it usually is, I have a feeling that Lucille, not one to want a leadership. You know what I mean? Look at the way that Zerial leads.
She's a sub.
More so that she enjoys. Oh, she is not a sub. She wears her helm of command, and she wields her armies well. But in terms of,
be told how to do it.
He nods. In terms of, she's a sword to be pointed at the enemy's heart. That's what she does best. She has no. She's not good at it. We'll put it that way.
So she
But
comes
who
at us
knows?
with him
Maybe,
with
but who knows? Maybe
puzzles.
she'll get a wild hair, a fire under her ass, and she may or may not try to take a swing at the seat, or she'll back me when Bell comes knocking at the door. He has not had, honestly, anything. She has a working relationship with Bell. He provides arms for the army, and she wields those weapons. Other than that, very little communication between.
In that case, I think when she comes knocking, we just have to hope she's on our side.
Or on nobody's side.
Or nobody's, that's also. If she wants to just watch and serve whoever takes the seat, then that's fine. Although it would be helpful if she was on our side.
We'll see when the time comes.
I was very worried for a moment that we all disconnected there or something. It was very quiet for way too long.
So, if there's nothing much more to discuss, Rashad will drop the wards that guard this room, and will instruct the airship to be piloted back towards Alagiri.
Mm-hmm. And we're
I think
being
that's
dropped
acceptable.
outside, like a ways away from
Yes.
Alagiri and walking back, right?
Yeah, not like arriving above it again and having all the guards like shit their pants one more time.
Not the flex approach.
Yeah,
We could just do that. It's like they drop us off and then they leave and then they come back and pick us up again. And then
Just
we
drop me
come
off here,
back.
Dad. God.
Just drop me off around the corner. I don't want him to see me.
I want to see me with you.
Okay, so
Embarrassing.
if nothing else, the airship rums off low diesel-like engine propulsion systems over the Avernus back towards Alagiri. Shad easily knows where it is, considering he had the ability to track you guys, and drops you guys off probably about a mile outside of the town, basically where the cliffs start to jut up out of the Avernon wastes, like the giant jagged teeth of some large beast. So, with a swirl of dust and debris flying everywhere, the gangplank opens up and you are left to walk out.
Right.
Rashad stands at the top of the gangplank as you guys are at the bottom, your feet finally on the dirt again, and he just kind of gives a slight chin nod towards you guys, towards you all. Says, "I will make my way back to the front lines. Daria will be wondering where I am. I have my independence from her, and she knows that I do my spy master job well, but I do have to check in with her from time to time. I expect to see you all very soon." And
Looking forward to it.
there's a spurt of steam as the gangplank closes its way back up, and again, swirl of dust as you all have to shield your eyes and face as the dust whips around you as the airship rises up in the sky and disappears into red clouds of Avernus. You hear the engine thrumming away into the distance.
You can hear that bass.
Yep.
Neon lights on the underside pulsing.
Yeah.
Like father, like son.
You think you got the idea? So the you guys on the ground there, all the entire crew is all by the entrance to this kind of ravine and winding ravine that leads back towards Alagiri. The Foo, the Nightmare, is there as well, alongside all of your companions, Sketty, Churro, and yeah. So make your way back.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to be like, all right, cool. So
That's the end of that, guys. We did it.
yeah, I
On
mean,
the way back, Elliot, are we going to leave immediately?
I mean, do you need a day?
Well, after your show of display earlier, is it not best to have a quick rest before we head out?
I mean, how many spells did we use over dinner? Like finger pointing at everyone, like trying to get a head count.
I'm pretty tapped for the day, to be honest. For no particular reason.
My point is proven.
I mean, I guess we could stay a night, but we need to be hustling otherwise.
There's also the possibility that they won't let us stay the night. We did kind of piss them off as we rolled out of there quickly earlier.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Did what we had to do, you know. Besides, who could be mad at this guy? Come on.
Very, very many people.
Says the
Most available guy in Avernus.
yeah. Says the
It's
guy on
in
the
the
back of a
contract.
flaming horse.
Right, well, let us return to Aligiri then. See
Right.
what is to come of it.
So the your footsteps and the hoof clops of Lefu echo off of the steep cliff sides as you guys wind your way. The small walk back towards Aligiri. As I said, it's about a mile or so. And it gives you guys time to reflect and think. You finally signed the contract that you've been thinking about for quite some time now. And the final confrontation, powers that be in Avernus, is nigh on the horizon. Is there any kind of conversations you'd want to have before you actually get back to the town? Or you make your way back and have to deal with whatever consequences are there for leaving Rush?
I think so.
Right.
Very,
Unless Ilya has something to confess
Disguise
about.
kit last?
Yeah, Ilya, go ahead.
How long does a disguise kit last?
It lasts forever. Disguise kit is just I made you look like someone else, and like until you wash off the makeup.
Yeah, until you start like sweating in combat or
So I think
Yeah.
at this point, that 26 that was rolled, it would be a little bit less now, as you know you were flying through the air and have the dust of the airship as it was taken off and that type of stuff, and the sweat from the heated debates of making a deal with an official of the Archduke of Avernus.
I'm able to touch it up without like completely re-rolling.
I would give you you can do a performance check to touch it up.
Okay. Performance, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good enough. So, Ilya just kind of like you basically look over to Ophelia and be like, "How's my face?" and he gives you a quick touch up, fixes your makeup to keep that different your disguise up that you had before. So, yeah, you riding through the little valleys and ravines. It finally opens back up again, and you guys see once again ahead of you Aligiri, the walls of the kind of shattered and my broken town here standing, and the guards along the walls. And as soon as you emerge from the kind of ravine mouth, you see one of the guards take a horn up to his mouth and blow a horn of alert.
I roll my eyes.
It's less of a horn of like, all right, okay, let's attack, but more of a horn of like people approach. The same horn. It's the same horn that was blown when you guys arrived the first time.
Gotcha.
You arrive and you're outside the gates, and once again, you see the captain of the guard, Captain Grimjaw, standing on top of the rampart and looking down at you. Ah, you're back! Thought that devil friend of yours would have killed you. Or at least you'd be coming back with a fiendish army to finally do us over.
He wouldn't be
Actually-
a devil friend if he killed us.
Yes, that is true.
But please, like, this place is... Who would even bother with an army, right?
Grimjaw looks at you, narrows his eyes. You can feel his glare through the eye slits of his helmet. Don't toy with me, Sonya. May have had a meal together, but it still doesn't make up for the fact that you brought an official of Zariel down upon this town.
Yes, and then we signed a contract with him that not only disallows him from attacking here, but actually makes it so he has to protect this city. So
there's a moment of you can tell from just as soon as you start mentioning the contract and make him protect this city, there is he like visibly steps back on top of the rampart. There's a moment where he steadies himself or steels himself and falls back down to you. You signed a what?
A contract. It's like a legal document.
I know what it is. You signed away your souls to that devil?
There was no souls exchanged in this contract.
Yeah, but that's not how things work down here. There must have been somewhere. Fine print, something that you missed.
We wrote the contract, so...
He signed a contract with us.
Oh, there was fine print, all right, but it was in our favor.
Exclusively.
That's inconceivable. That's
his bones.
Only fiends can write contracts.
Hi.
I
have to say it like that.
Yeah, it was.
Show proof of this contract, and we'll let you within our walls. One last time.
Ooh, my way, I'm finally back. Fixed it.
I'll look over the contract real quick, make sure like Ilya's name isn't mentioned anywhere.
No, it wasn't. It was
just
not.
Be the party.
It was the Coochie Crusaders,
Okay.
and you were the designee, so no other names were in it.
Okay. Just had to make sure that it wasn't like, aha, cover
Oh
blown.
wait, Sonya was in it, and
Oh, yeah.
And Sketty.
yeah, and Sketty. There were a handful of names. Ilya's was not one of them.
I will mage hand the document up towards him.
He takes out his reading glasses, puts his reading bifocals. No, he takes his helmet off to better observe it, and squints his eyes as this parchment hovers in front of his face with the mage hand there. Can't say that I've seen many fiendish contracts in my time. None here have signed them, so hey. Who's to say that this is not counterfeit? Who's to say that the fiendish army is not in the canyons behind you, waiting to gain entrance? You're going to Trojan horse their way in here.
Oh, what's a Trojan?
Don't you think?
Amish horse.
I mean, wouldn't that be pretty impressive though? Like if that was.
I mean, if
we
we planned on bringing in,
one of us
like, I feel like we just deserve it at that point.
Yes, I mean, if we planned on coming back with an army, don't you think we would have come back with an army?
Yeah, we'd have come back with an airship and just bombarded the shit out of your tiny little town.
Don't need to make it sound that aggressive, but
I'm just saying, if we were going to do it, we'd do it right.
And if we're being honest, we wouldn't need to bring an army.
You're making a terrible case for yourselves as Captain Grimjaw.
We're supposed to go with my idea.
as the captain of the guard, he you can see his grizzled face up there on the ramparts. He steels his jaw. He says, "Not making a good case for us letting you back in and letting you back and have your vehicles."
I mean,
the idea behind it was, I don't actually have Roll20 open because I wasn't planning on
You've been talking
here. I wasn't planning on being here.
Point being,
I wanted to look at what my charisma.
Yeah, I was going to say
intimidation
either intimidation or persuasion.
I was going to
happen.
intimidate. If you want to assist
can-
me in intimidation, because I think I got a better intimidation.
I mean, my charisma's pretty high.
I have 15 intimidation.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
You have 15 intimidation?
I have a 15 in intimidation. Yes.
What do I have? Oh, I have a 10.
How do you have a 15 in intimidation?
Because you let me take the human feat that allows you to gain expertise in a skill.
Oh.
Well, I have 10, so with your 10 and my 15, we can
Elliot
roll
shouts out,
once
"You're
and
currently holding our
obviously-
vehicles hostage."
Yeah. How do we
That
say
is
they're
true.
half gnomes?
Yes, what I will say is either you can let us in and we can take our vehicles and we can be on our way, or we can force our way in, kill all of the guards, and take them anyways.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
could not do that thing that you just said.
I'm gonna DM intervene here at the moment. Your sword gets extremely angry at you there,
It's a
Aphelion.
bluff. It's a bluff.
But
Still
bluffing with
It's
threats
a-
of
That's why making
wanton
It
murder
is,
is a little
yeah.
different.
The sword
I-
grows angry at your
You
side.
Yeah.
should do persuasion,
I will
not intimidation.
I will say I will continue. But we're not going to do that. That isn't what we do.
Yeah. You just sliced your whole argument and let's step out of the way, boy. You don't know how to be scary.
I mean, here's the thing.
You're too good. You're the goody two shoes.
No,
You're the
let me
goody two shoes.
speak. Let me
Stop.
speak.
You've been speaking and you're failing.
But the
I
sword,
am going
the
to speak
sword
now.
would
We're
know
going to
my
take over your town, and
intention.
this is the best we could
All in
muster. What
favor
was
of
the
going
imperative?
on shutting up for a moment.
The sword would know my intention, which
All
isn't
in
to
favor.
actually do it.
All in
Elliot
favor.
flies
I just
out.
want to roll an intimidation check. That's all I want to do.
Spell book in the background.
But
Elliot flies up to the top of the wall and starts to fly past him, saying, "If you're going to stop me, shoot me down now. I'm going to get my vehicle."
All right, we're gonna need an Ilya
I
replacement.
like her.
Uh,
I'm going to.
Quietly to the group.
Yes.
I'm gonna
All right, Ilya. I
Right,
want you to give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Who?
Ilya.
Ilya.
Okay.
I just want to roll an intimidation check, man.
I know you
That's
have a
all I
big
want.
plus 15 in it. Tough. You're not gonna. Your sword will prevent you from doing that in this case.
But the sword should know my intentions.
It's
not
It's not about
combat becoming what the
intentions.
sword would
The sword
want.
doesn't. The sword
There's
can't read your
also
mind.
Action, action itself is.
The sword can't read your mind. It's not. It does. It's attuned to you and can sense. It can sense things, but it's not. It's not a. It has limited intelligence. It's not.
Just for
Yeah.
lawful
I
good thing,
completely
Like a-
misunderstood. Good.
a paladin, just for reference, if a paladin, a lawful good paladin, was trying to intimidate someone, a group of villagers, and they're working for or doing something to help him, he's not going to go first by threatening to murder them in cold blood.
Correct.
That's not the
That was the
way
part
to
about
do
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was saying we were going to go get our vehicles, and if they
murder
try and
every
stop
guard
us,
on the way.
no, we would defend ourselves.
You
No.
specifically
No,
said
that your
murder every
speech
guard.
was
Take
murder.
the head and cut them down.
Yeah.
You could say
Your
we'll
wording
fight
there
you
kind
There
of-
are other ways to intimidate.
Point being,
Yeah.
it was a
threatening to
bluff.
kill everyone.
It was a bluff.
But even
Yes.
a lawful good
Either
paladin
way,
wouldn't bluff
a
with
lawful
that.
good
That's
person
yeah.
wouldn't threaten to kill. If you want to say that cops are good people, them pointing a gun at your head and saying, "If you don't do this, I'll
Yes.
shoot," is not lawful good.
It's a little
Even
bit
if they
chaotic.
don't intend to pull the trigger.
Okay, I'll concede that.
I
That's
would say
chaotic.
no. I would say that yes, you would have been. It would have been fine if you had not gone with the "we'll cut you down" route.
Okay, in that case, I reword what I said
Oh.
because that was
We flying, boys.
Well, that's why I'll just give you that.
Also, I'm all out of divination rolls. I can't rewind history right now.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
it's absolutely fine because with that,
Yeah.
I will say Ilya's.
Yeah.
That's what the advantage was, and so Ilya
Yeah.
flies past Mr. Grimjaw, and going to as he looking at you as you go close to him, Ilya, he is going to try to break through your disguise. But he's terrible at this.
I'm sorry, he's what?
Gonna try to. He looks at you closely as you.
Oh, okay.
We have
That's-
such a suave
He said
session
he's
of
trying to
contract
break
writing with the
through
devil,
your
and then
disguise.
Okay.
oh,
My point
Nope.
being, if we wanted to bring an army back here, we would have done it, and we didn't. And here we are.
And we would have done it well. We wouldn't have asked first.
Grimjaw looks down.
Against army.
Grimjaw looks down, looks past at Ilya, who's flown up and over the gate. Looks back down at you, looks at the knights around the perimeter, who are visibly a little bit worried that one of these party members, one of these adventurers, just flew over their walls without him doing anything. And he says, "Fine, you would go, you get your vehicles, and you leave Alagiri immediately. Don't return."
Kashrai. Next time you want to use intimidation, we go good cop, bad cop.
We could do that.
You're good cop, I'm bad cop. And then you just be like, well, you could either go with me or you could go with her. And that's like the biggest threat ever.
It's the intimidation is me choosing to not stop you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Oh, I can have this dog on a leash. It'd be such a shame
If I drop the leash.
Yeah.
All right, so
like I can't always control her. It's not
the gates
really call.
creak and clank as the portcullis opens up, and you can make your way back inside this small ramshackle town of Alagiri. Okay. So you're watched closely by Grimjaw and the night guards of Alagiri as you walk into the town. The townsfolk themselves keep in their houses. You can hear, windows closing. You watch as you get the typical, mother shielding the eyes of her kid who, waves at you guys, and she's just like, no, they're bad, and, pulls the kid away. And you see your war machines there parked in the square. The remnants of the night before are still there. They have yet to clean up the kind of big festival dinner that was laid out in the main square. So you can see there's plates, scraps of food still there. It seems that the town was basically on bunker mode ever since you guys left with Rashad.
So as we're walking past Grimjaw, I just want to look up and just say, remember when Rashad is sitting in the seat of the Duke of Avernus, you will be safe, and it will be because of us.
Who the fuck is Rashad?
The next Duke of Avernus.
The guy's not super intelligent. He's just like, okay, I understood.
Insight check. Does he understand?
No, he visibly can see he doesn't understand. Yes, you're just yo, when Bing Bong's up in the Costco warehouse, you're good, and you're like, you guys like what? That's what you said to him. You're just like, when name is in the something of this, but I mean he acts like he understands.
Yes.
Okay, so there's nothing. You look at your war machines; they haven't been touched. They weren't, the tires aren't slashed and the brake lines aren't cut.
Good.
But once again, the town is extremely quiet. The festivities of the night before are basically a ghost in this main courtyard square area.
As we approach the vehicles, I'm gonna look to Ilya. Is there anything that you want to do before we leave?
Ilya would look around. Is her father around?
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a prominent enough member of the town where he wasn't ordered to take shelter. You actually see at the edge of the square him watching there with both Atmos and Aelia. Aelia.
Without looking at Ilya, she goes, "Please go just handle the vehicles," and then she would walk towards the three of them.
Okay. So you head in that direction, and as you're walking that way, you immediately see that two of the guards on the top of the walls turn their attention to you. They don't put their hands on their weapons or don't raise any crossbows and aim them at you, but you can see that they're watching, obviously wary of any other actions besides get in the car and go type of thing.
Did Grimjaw follow us?
Grimjaw's at the periphery of the square, on the opposite side, however. So looking at this map is pretty accurate, I would say. Like, got that and the two wards down there to the south, and Grimjaw is like at the entrance over there. Yeah.
Okay. She'd walk up to the twins first and just giving each of them a sudden hug and whispering, "Please take care of Father," before like going to the other one.
There is a visible, like, audible gasp from Atmos, and then another one from Ayla, as they like, Atmos holds on to you, basically, like, as you try to leave, and looks you directly in the eyes, and under his breath he just says, "Ilya? Is that you? I didn't recognize you. We're not supposed to be back. If Grimjaw finds out."
She puts a hand up to like cover his mouth as he gets more worked up. He's like, "Yes, you don't recognize me. That was kind of the point."
He nods in understanding. Him being like both of them being your vassals are basically like, they know to, I don't want to say like obey you, but you know what I mean. Like, they're obviously not going to be like, it's Ilya, like, report you.
Yeah.
They're not gonna narc on their liege.
They're not going to narc, yeah. Ilya also gives you a like, basically you can see she visibly wants to like give you a really big hug, but restrains herself from doing that. It's bold of you to come back here. You know what would happen if Grimjaw caught you. Just please be careful. I know you're leaving, so that's good, but even the fact that you spent the evening here risks your life.
Ilya, like, she just lets out like a loud, nervous laugh and just, "Oh, trust me, it wasn't the most entertaining evening for myself as well."
They both gesture at your, outfit disguise and say, "Well, whoever did this is extremely skilled. Nobody recognized you here. Like a completely different person. Completely different thing."
He does not need any more compliments. Please keep that to yourself.
I just imagine that there's just like, they look in the direction of me and I wave kind of thing.
No, I was gonna say, there's
Totally,
there's burning behind the ears of Philion. Like, somebody's
I
complimenting me. Nice.
I was looking at, I was like, kind of to myself, like making a face, like, really, Scuzz? Like, that character does not need a bigger head.
Hey man, it's the truth though. I can't. What? I'm not gonna have an NPC not compliment a DC 20 disguise kit. Come on, or DC 26. Okay, so they both give you an understanding nod and kind of give you the Beastmaster handshake, Ilya. Like the Spartan handshake of like forearm clasping forearms, and whatever you're doing out there, seems that you've found strong companions to ally with, and from what I've overheard, you may change Avernus for the better. Maybe that will change Grimjaw's mind if you ever come back again.
She looks back at the group and says, "Yes, it is kind of a good thing they are strong, at least." But she kind of has like a wistful smile on her face before turning back and just, "Things are going to change, regardless of if we're successful or not. Just stay safe."
We will. They both look over. Maybe like 5-6 yards away is your father, Carmond. They say, "Are you going to let father know?"
She looks over and then, like, steeling herself, she just quietly walks over and leans down and just hugs him.
Oh, no need to do that. We won't. I guess that's if that's how you thank me for a good evening of festivities. I'm sorry. There's.
In the middle of them talking, she pulls back and holds up her hand, and her symbol appears, which he would recognize as their family symbol.
Mm-hmm. And then immediately he's like, "Yeah, have a great evening." Ilya, what the fuck are you doing here? I like all under like his voice in hushed tones. Grimjaw knew you. I can't believe it's you. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. I can't believe I couldn't see it even earlier. Yeah. This is bold, dangerous and bold. But he like once he holds back for a moment and then just fully gives you a big hug. And being the kind of like, short stout dwarf, it's kind of comedic as he's just like hugging you about your waist. Fuck it. I don't know, maybe there's something, like a conversation that we had last night over some ale. If any of these fucking knights question me, I'll give them hell. But I can't believe you came back.
I'll be honest and say it wasn't exactly my first choice, but I didn't want to put you all in more danger than I already have.
Well, fuck, it was quite exciting last night. You see that airship came in. Well, apparently it's a friend of yours or something. As you guys all disappeared off for a little bit of a joyride there. It's been years, and it seems you've grown so much and so many more experiences. And now, look at this. You got your own adventuring party that you're with. Proud of you, Otter.
It's been an interesting time. I'll say that.
How goes your training? You still practicing the arts of healing?
She kind of like starts to laugh, or like tears start to well up, and it's going great. This group definitely allows me to get practice in.
Oh, he looks over, like looks at Sonya, like flexing on top of LeFou, like just like, Hey, looks like the rowdy bunch getting a lot of trouble, and if you're keeping them safe, then it's great. Oh, hey, you don't mind? I never thought I'd see you again in ages. So I've had this for some time. Truth be told, I meant to give it to you before you left, but it was such a rush when it all happened that I'm embarrassed to say I forgot. But I can fix it now. Here. He reaches into his robes and he takes out a small staff, kind of like the size of a rod.
You don't have to, Father. And then she would like hold her hand out, regardless, like taking it.
No. Hey, I think you're going to need this. Seeing as where I think you all are going, I think this is going to be real important. The staff is, you can, as he holds it out to you, can see that it is oaken staff made out of some very, very like well-worn, well-worked oak, and there is interlaced throughout it golden like filigree of that symbol of yours, the house.
Would I recognize it, or is it like something he had made?
I think you would recognize it. Yes, I think it's something that you'd seen. Well, you would recognize it as something of his. Maybe you don't know what it actually is, but you know that you've seen him like with it. Fast. I'd say yeah, it's staff height, so 5 feet long, basically head height for him, but like good walking staff height for you.
Mm-hmm. She would like immediately hug it to her chest.
He nods. Take this. I'll keep you safe. Keep your companions safe as well. This has been in our family for, I don't know, like generations, and only right that pass it down to you. We'll put it to better use out there than just me here in Alagiri. But promise to come back.
She like a slow nod to a quick nod and just, I will. There's some things that need to be dealt with. I'll be back.
Puts a hand on your arm, and with his other hand wipes a tear from one of his eyes that was welling up, and he says, all right. Now, as much as I'd like you to stay here longer, go. You need to go. The guards will start to notice, I mean, you barely spoke to any of the villagers last night, so go. Ilya, go.
Without thinking, she just kind of follows his direction, turning to start to walk off, and just kind of glancing over her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. There's a very kind of like you just see a head nod from Carmond, from your father, and then from Ayla and Atmos. They visibly salute you, but like not in a way that would reveal anything to the guards of the knights, but just kind of like a sign of fealty, like hand to chest type of salute. All right, as you walk back across the square, the folks start to get back in the war machines, and the moment of silence and reflection is rudely broken, Ilya, by the sound of the war machine's engines literally screaming to life as the wails of the soul engines pierce and echo off of the walls of the central square here. Probably the yeah. Everybody is in their vehicles. You see Sonya like look his head out of the uncrashable. The horse's head like looks out behind him as well. Slobberchop's head pokes out of the sunroof, and Lulu's head pokes out of the other window. Lulu squeaks out, "All right, we got places to go, people to see. Let's boogie."
I have one thing I'd like to do as we're leaving. Is while they were having that conversation, could I have been sneakily muttering a spell for 10 minutes? Like pretending to do like engine work?
just taking it and doing the like I don't know what I'm doing engine work thing, just hammer, just bonk. I'm sorry, I just imagine there's a really shitty or not shitty, it's a really funny YouTube series. It was like Real Bros of Simi Valley, and the main bro is just this guy. He's like, yeah, I like no, this is my truck. Got all these rims is lifted and stuff. Oh, my dad bought it for me this way, but and he's just like underneath it. He's like, I work at the machine shop where my dad's machine shop, and he's just under the car with a Allen wrench, just like hitting like random parts of the car, just like bing 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 bing. Yeah, all right, give me a deception check, Glimmer.
All right.
First, it's give me fuck it. Let's say sleight of hand with charisma as the modifier. Are you proficient in? Are you? Oh, but you have
no.
But you're bard, right? So you're whatever in it.
Half proficiency or whatever.
So it add 3 to this.
Cool.
16.
Yeah, that's enough. You're at the cars and not paying attention to you. If anything, the guards are more trained on Ilya and her conversation. But there's nothing that's crazy unusual there as she leaves Carmund and back to the thing. Okay, so what spell were you casting?
So I'll look out to, let's see, whoever that farmer guy was.
Yep.
I don't remember what his name. Like
Mr. Potato.
Yeah, Mr.
I
Potato.
don't
and, like,
remember either. No, Bart. Oh, it was Bart Blickums. Was that his name?
Yeah, it was like Bart
Oh.
Blickums or something.
I have it
I'll
written
point
down
to
there.
him and be like, "This is for you," and I'll drop like a smidgen of the moss that we used to color the war machines. And as I'll drop it, it'll start to sprout like a bunch of grass and shit as I cast hallucinatory terrain. So for 150 feet all around, it starts to smell and look like a pine forest. So like grass starts to sprout on the road beneath us. Like all these like rock crags start to look like evergreen trees. The
cool.
soil they're tilling starts to look and smell like tilled soil instead of Avernus shit.
Yeah, all the sentient potatoes get up and walk away. Fuck this shit. Too nice.
Yeah, so it starts to smell like home, effectively. In the
Cool.
middle of like an evergreen forest.
Very nice. Yeah, I was about to say
Birds
Send off. For a
one of the guys cries out witchcraft and then like runs away. Yeah. There's all kind of you hear gasps and you see one of the windows open up as one of the little kids who was shielded and put away inside the window blast the window open and just like, it smells good. And yeah, there's people definitely now kind of more curious about what's going on. All are looking out of their windows or coming outside and looking around in wonder.
Then as we like peel out, like it lasts for 24 hell hours, and then we like blast out of there.
On the way out, Hamon's gonna cast Thaumaturgy to blast back in black.
Bam. Bam. Wait, that was the wrong song.
That's right.
That's the right song.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah, it's the non-copywritten version of back in returning in Obsidian. I don't know.
Returning in the returning in the dark. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, you guys make your way out, winding through the canyon. As you pass by Captain of the Guard, Grimjaw, he just kind of gives you a stern look. He like, especially you, Glimmer, as you're like hanging out the side of the Golden Vice. Just kind of shakes his head at you as you guys, but no more conflict or anything like that. As you guys wind your way through the canyons, out back towards the main plains of Avernus, seeing
once you're outside the main gate, I'd be like, "Hey, do we want to stop here and sleep for the night?"
Yeah, they can like hear it and just like.
Yeah, it's like you cross county lines and just stop. Oh, what's that, Mr. Police Officer? Huh? Oh shit! It's
Outside
the highway patrol.
You guys find, I would say, you guys, if you want, like, that there are little like openings and kind of turnouts, I would call it, in the ravines that go out back towards Avernus. So you can get some ways away from the village, not quite out in the open yet.
I want to take our night's rest 15 feet outside the front gate.
You'll get a nice great sword up your tuchus from
maybe less than wise. Let's make a little distance.
So yeah, if you make a little bit more distance, you find a place to rest for the night.
I'm not about wisdom, I'm about spite.
Jesus Christ.
He's probably really happy right now.
Yeah. Your sword detaches itself from your fucking waist and stabs you up your butt. Okay, so we'll get that break. We'll get the long rest. You guys we'll take a break. But Ilya, holding that staff over the little bit of travel time that you guys take, because it takes a little bit less time for you to attune to it because it is part of your lineage. You are now in possession of a staff of healing.
Ooh.
That sounds spicy. What does that do? Heal
Yeah.
things?
Sounds good.
So staff
like
has
it does healing.
staff has
Can I
10
heal
charges.
people by hitting them?
Yeah, I guess if that's how you want to do it. Considering that it says the staff has, you can find it in the compendium. The staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it. Staff, using your spell save DC and your spellcasting ability modifier. Cure wounds, 1 charge per spell level up to 4th level. Luster restoration, 2 charges, or mass cure wounds, 5 charges. Staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff vanishes. Flash of light, lost forever.
Oof.
And the requirements, don't worry about it because you're a class that would make sense. You're basically part cleric something, so you're fine. Oh, cool. You can drag that
So
in.
I just turned around to my DMG, which is open to the page with the Staff of Healing on it.
What?
That's kind of creepy. Yeah.
I stealth up to Washington, up to Spokane, and opened it up behind you.
I cast locate book page.
Yep. So yeah,
I
let's
don't
take
even remember why I was looking through magic items.
I can't
So whatever
imagine.
that was.
yeah, just browsing, casual browsing. All right, quick break, and we will be back as you guys head off to do your thing. Long rest takes place without any sort of hitch or anything like that. So
Hell yeah.
replenish your spells, replenish your health. You're good to go at full
Hey, guys.
steam.
I'm assuming Sonya gives us temp HP.
You will.
Yes.
How much is it again? 14 or 15?
17.
14.
Oh, 14? I thought it was 17.
14, 17, 15, 20.
Yeah, I also have 17.
Blackjack!
Let me double check it again. I remember being 14 for a
Because
while.
it's
Let me-
level
Is-
plus.
Yeah, let me look it up. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's okay.
Holding on.
He's
Holding
got
on.
it. Holding.
Hold on. It's
I want to say it's level plus charisma mod.
Yeah, it's
Can't get DMCA'd for that.
You
gotta
gotta hold on.
What we got? Something in the mama da hoppa dabba.
It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not.
Yeah, I was like,
Honestly,
the
last
second
time
you
I
say
really
something in a song, I'm
listened-
just like, no.
Last time I listened to that song was the
17 now?
Our wedding.
17 because it's 4 plus.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm kidding.
17 temp HP. All right, quick break, 10 minutes.
All right.
Grab more beer, clean up your keyboard, pour your beer out of your keyboard into your mouth, Chuckles, and we'll continue.
I blame Chibi. Just a very little got in, but I'm probably the clean up.
Wasn't as bad as me last night where I full on kung fu fucking chopped my beer into my lap. That was like towards myself. Just it was underneath the microphone and I couldn't see it. I do that way too often, where it's hidden by the
Honestly,
microphone.
for someone who makes fun of me for such terrible spatial awareness, this guy spills on himself more than anyone I know.
I was gonna ask how like you guys are alive in your apartment, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's a chore every day.
We do our thing. All right, guys.
Between 2 cats, a dog, this guy, and me, like, we're fucked.
Let chaos reign. All right, I'll be right back.
10 minutes. Be right back. Alrighty. We'll be back in 10 minutes. I got coughs. I'm dying.
Hands up as you fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall, spinning faster. Hands up as you fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as you fall, spinning faster. Hands up as we fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up as we fall, spinning faster. Hands up as we fall, don't know anything at all. Hands up Acid Rocker.
Acid. 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 Acid.
Acid Rocker.
Acid. Acid.
Acid. Acid Rocker. Acid Rocker.
Acid. 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 Acid.
Acid Rocker.
All right, we're back. I'm sorry if the shit was a little bit quiet. Volume 1.
That.
Oh!
Yeah.
Vort is a slept-on theme in that game. That is a great theme,
Ooh!
but nobody. Vort of the Boreal Valley.
Talking Dark Souls
Oh, word.
shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dark Souls bosses, Tuco is staring at me. And he's got chaos eyes. He just woke up.
Yeah.
He's all refreshed.
Yep.
I
Chibi's
feel
now
like-
taking a nap after knocking my beer over, and now Tuco is the one who's about to
After the very strenuous task of knocking over said beer.
try to eat my cheese before that too.
Oh, but was it the pizza cat? Where's that gift?
Oh yeah, we like grabbed. She wasn't quite that grabby, no, but she was reaching for my hand when I tried to eat it.
Please, I hope you find something. Well, there's that.
Oh,
The Dr. Man's pizza across the keyboard too.
oh,
Yeah, it looks like that. Like nothing got on the keyboard though. No, wait, maybe a little
okay.
bit.
There's something strange about the lighting that just screams like late night office for some reason. I'm not sure what it is.
So yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like a yellow sodium lamp. It's like something's going on there.
I'm trying to decide if there was sauce on the sea beforehand or not.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm not necessarily sauce, but like there's like a little bit of like an orange
like
tinge
red.
to the sea, and I can't tell if it's from the sauce or if it's just the lighting.
This is the other one. There's been a few of them, but that one's grabby. Ooh, DM, what'd you get there?
Cat steals pizza.
Oh, that's real?
What is it? There's one that's like a cake eating cat. That's the other one that absolutely.
I just saw one recently where a cat was like, they kept saying no. He's like kind of pawing at it, but then he just goes crazy and just grabs it with both paws, and they can't get it out of his hand, like his mouth. It goes like crazy with it.
And it's also a little bit. It's like a vermin-looking cat, like a rat-looking cat. Shirtless. Fuck.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
Yeah. It's a Sphinx cat one.
Sphinx cat. Yeah. Bro, dude, that cat is having a good time. Kit Kat. Nope. That's Salem the cat. It's fine, but oh, there it is. I found it. Look at this thing. Oh, dog.
Oh,
Ah! Wait, I guess it's a dog.
Oh my god, why?
Wait a minute.
I don't know what that is.
Jesus Christ.
I
Fucking rat
googled.
with a collar.
Yeah,
I think it's a demon.
I googled cake cat and I got this, and this is a pretty good one.
Oh,
It's really good.
damn, that one's
Precision.
yeah.
Good shit.
Like, doesn't even move the candle.
Nah, it just absolutely
Just
ninjas
absolutely
the shit out of
box
that.
the living shit
Yeah.
out of it. All right, let me make sure that I give a flips. Oh no, she already did all of her stuff. Cool.
Oh, I forgot to do my long rest. Okay, shit.
Yeah, long
I got
rest.
distracted.
You deep shit.
A very deep sheet. Okay, how do I?
Spell.
Long your rest, dude.
Bop bop. Ooh, 19 and a 14. Nice.
Hmm.
Imagine having to roll to determine what you can do for the day.
That's brought to you by wait. Shit, what's your god's name again? Fuck.
Tempest.
Bro.
Just brought to you by Tempest Gang.
Bro.
Brother gang.
Bro.
Brother gang.
T-Dog.
Brother.
Brother dog.
Brother.
All right. So the party awakens after your long rest in the canyons outside of Alagiri. Get back into your war machines and head off in the direction of... Where are you guys going?
Quick question. Would I have been able to spend 3 hours to do any spell work during
Yes,
long
if
rest?
you want to complete a spell, go for it.
Yes, that will absolutely finish the long one I've been working on, so perfect. I'm at that. I don't know if it'll be useful, but it might be.
Conjure food and water. Speak with animals.
Yes.
All right. I don't even know where the fuck you guys are on this map. You're somewhere. It doesn't really matter. You're in the hills of. In the hills outside of Alagiri. Oh yeah, you're way the fuck up there. Okay, so fuck it. You guys are driving back across the wastelands. Where is your destination? Heading direct? Is it direct to El Terrell?
I think so, unless there was any conversation we want to have about finding anyone else to join us, like Mad Maggie. But I don't think there's anything that's going to really make a difference here. So I think it may just be. I
believe no matter what, it's going to be a kaiju fight, and we're just going to be like avoiding getting stepped on.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll do the stepping.
I could maybe call in Smokestack and any Marauders if he's hired anyone yet. Bitter Breath.
Oh,
Bitter
yeah.
breath.
So as you're driving, Glimmer, would you want to have somebody send him a ascending spell?
Yeah, it'd be like, hey,
Wait, can you send? Can you sending?
I can't. I can summon him.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have done that before
as you're taking basically like a fucking rest stop to pee break or whatever it is. You summon Bitter Breath in a puff of acrid smoke. He appears. Speaks to you in your mind. Why do you summon me, Glimmer?
Well, we're kind of heading into like a real shitstorm, and you're kind of bound to help me, so I'm gonna call in that favor.
After this favor, am I free to do what I need to do?
What do you need to? What is left for you? I'll fill him in on the fact of what we're trying to do with Zariel, because I think it was Zariel who
Holy
cast him.
shit! You guys are absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully, in doing this, should get you your life back, more or less. Because Zariel's the one who kind of stepped all over you, correct?
He nods and smiles, a really creepy smile with the fucking vape smoke spilling out between his teeth. Quite.
All right.
She took my ability to make deals and to speak. I would love to see her redeemed.
Well, if shit hits the fan, I may call on you to help us fight Bell. So I will produce a few soul coins.
Okay.
Like 4 or 5. Take these, hire some of those bro guys that you devils hire for like warfare. Get a band together. Get the boys.
Yugolots is what you want me to find.
That's the one.
Got it. He
And just
wordlessly
be on
speaks to you.
standby when we go to El Terrell.
Nod of acknowledgement as he disappears in a puff of smoke.
All right.
All right. So
Wipe my hands of the thing and keep driving.
So it takes about 4 or 5 hours for you guys to make your way over the wastelands to being able to get close enough to El Terrell to actually start to do anything. You guys pull up on the edge of a cliff, kind of like a rocky outcrop jutting up like the prow of a ship, overlooking the river Styx. As you guys can see, now about 250 feet above the river Styx, the floating moat of El Terrell with the dark sphere of where the companion lies inside of it, looming over the city, sending its lightning bolts streaking down and striking the buildings and the roads and all that stuff. The city looks even more askew than it did before, the two separate halves of it almost being pulled in to itself, sloping inward. And the other thing that you definitely notice as you pull up on this hilltop overlooking the Styx, the blood war beneath El Terrell has only gotten bigger. It is almost boiling over as the waters of the Styx roil and writhe with demons emerging from its depths. You can just see them just like swarming over the shore like a very angry army of crabs about to go to a rave.
Oh no.
Covered in moss.
Not like this.
But no, I mean, this is you guys returned here before when you guys went to observe when Hamon wanted to send his arcane eye up to check out the companion, right?
Yeah, I got close enough.
Yeah, it looks like it's 2, if not 3 times as bloody and gnarly at this point. It is like looking at a full-fledged, full-scale assault from the abyss, as you can see the tides of the blood war ebbing and flowing back and forth almost visibly. Like, you can just see like the front lines pushing forward on one side of the infernal armies with their hellfire iron spears and weapons pushing back the writhing and just swarming masses of demons. It is basically looking, to put it into video game terms, it's basically like Protoss, like the order of Protoss versus the like insanity of Zerg, of just like,
oh yeah,
demons just throwing themselves against the phalanxes of the legions of the devils. The bonus of this, though, is that as opposed to last time, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of patrols or outlying kind of bands of folks that are of devils or demons that are not occupied currently with the blood war. You do see that the banks of the Styx are where the most of the fighting is happening, right? But right beneath El Terrell, and you can see that there are large legions of devils surrounding the black iron chains that are pulling El Terrell. They're trying to secure it, keeping the demons from scaling those chains and making their way up into El Terrell. And the lines and phalanxes of devils are keeping the demons as well from getting any further out of the Styx. However, on the periphery, there are camps of what looks to be kind of the command areas or command tents, command setups of the devils as they're observing and sending out messengers and things like that to the front lines of this conflict. So, perched on the precipice, what do you guys do?
We should probably leave the vehicles a ways away and fly our way up there, because otherwise I think we're going to lose the vehicles in the...
We also make a really noisy entrance, and as everyone else seems to be quite occupied, I do agree. We want to try to keep attention to a minimum until we have the means to open the companion. And yes, we're going to have to fly up there. I did get my arcane eye through to the outer layer, but I do not know if there will be anything that will be hard for us to get through, or if it's just some sort of illusion. But keep in mind, when we get close, we may need to take a closer look at these. But
invisibility spells?
I unfortunately cannot do anything about the invisibility, but I can help us fly.
Not sure if anybody can do anything about invisibility for all of us.
I can.
We only needed a few. Half of us can fly.
Well, I believe we can make a way for all of us to fly if we need to.
I can
yes.
make one
my point,
person
though.
invisible, but for a minute.
I think we can all fly up there.
I look over to Eclipsis. Now, Eclipsis, I don't know how to tell you this, but I am afraid that... why am I blanking on Doggo
Skitty
name?
will have to
Skitty.
stay
I
away.
do think Skitty may have to stay on the car. I do not think we have the ability to help him fly up there and
How are you supposed? How are you going to? How are you going to bring?
I've got
Okay.
my spider backpack that I carried him in
Oh,
last time.
I forgot.
You do have the pet mom backpack. That's true.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I've got the fucking baby carrier.
I mean,
I just want to warn you in case things go wrong and he falls from that height. Just
attached to me, and this boy, if we go down, he's going down with us. Part of
That's-
the team.
is somewhat disconcerting, but okay. As long as you're willing to take the risk and you have a backpack for him,
Part of the team.
I
Team
do not.
player.
I do not doubt these.
Okay.
Okay, I kind of doubt this, but he's.
I love thinking of like Flips treats Sketty like he's like a small Shiba Inu sized dog, but he's basically
It's
the
actually-
size of a fucking like a giant
mastiff.
mastiff. Yeah. And
I mean, I want to say, like, straight up human sized, right? Gnolls are not small.
this Knoll is a little bit.
Runt.
This Knoll is a little bit more wry and
I was gonna say he's definitely like brawny as fuck.
He's
Yeah.
definitely malnourished.
yeah. Well, a little bit
I mean,
less
not
so.
now.
Less so
I
now.
mean,
But he weighs about
when
70 pounds.
all he eats is bone, it's gonna be a
He
bit of an
just chews
issue.
Bones. He just gets his nutrients from just sucking bones. Yeah, he's about 70 pounds.
He's all calcium, no protein.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's only 70 pounds, but it's a strong 70.
Yeah, he's
Those bones ain't breaking.
yeah, he is drained.
Well, don't drop him from the heights, and we
Yeah.
don't have to test that theory.
Bones will break then. All right,
Yes.
so Hamon, as you
Spider backpack.
Yeah.
Now watch it.
as you kind of speak that concern over to Affliptious, she just gives you a look as Sketty's head does the goat head turnaround thing over her shoulder. She just like tongue rolls out like blah.
Oh, all right. Okay, see, you have that covered. Okay.
She
Well,
snaps goggles over his eyes. Going for a ride. All right.
So then the question then is, what is the most efficient way for us to fly all of us up there? And again, just for reference, the city of the El Torel is only about 200 feet up off
Yeah,
the
it's
stick,
much lower
right?
now. Let me see if I still have that that drawing that I did. Ope.com. I'll have to find it. But there was a thing I did. Token page. Oh, there it is. Or you? Nope, definitely not. Yeah, it's much lower though. But the relativity of the companion over the city itself is still the same.
It was how high? Sorry,
So I'm trying to look for it right now. Under the villa.
I think it's well within any sort of flying range that we would have with spells, but
Yep. Rapture, Elglen, Hell Wasps, Hellscape. Ah, Hill, something. So many fucking maps here.
If need be, if we can't sustain flight that high, all of us, 3 of us can at least.
well, I think I know we can. The question is whether we want to try to do like a polymorph and fly, or if I literally just try to upcast fly, just make sure that we cover enough people. I just want to be most spell efficient because we're going to need these spells. I am certain today.
Which is partially
I think
why I'm a
only
big...
Gamon and Glimmer can't fly, right?
Correct.
How many is that nightmare seat?
Yeah, that's
Like,
I was gonna say.
someone on here.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
can be one
Nightmare
person
can
on there.
definitely... And
Okay.
People with wings can definitely carry somebody.
yeah, I could probably carry Glimmer.
Oh, I'm like a staunch 90 pounds or something. Hang on.
Yeah. I think we're
145.
probably...
Yeah,
145.
Flipsis is already occupied with carrying her companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably carry 145. I think I could do that. I'm not the strongest, but I'm not like weak either.
You just empty your inventory of all the fucking random swords and horse shit that you. Actually, no, you already did that a while ago.
It's like
My carry weight is only at 52 pounds right now.
No, because you did. You as you turned into the good boy that you were, you bequeathed all of your random shit to everybody. I remember that. You're just
Oh,
like,
yes,
"Who
yes,
wants this stuff?"
Skyrim dump.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing when you like everything's frozen in Skyrim and it all just falls at once to the ground. There's a clatter.
There's also some things in my inventory that don't have. Also, I gave the poison dagger to somebody else.
Oh, that's true. They updated the inventory screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did that happen? I don't
At
think I
least
saw
last
it.
week.
Was it
Yeah.
last-
I also
I
have
didn't-
those. I have those 6 poison flasks that you said they were all different poisons, but I never got what they were.
I don't know what they are.
They're from
They are
the.
poison masks.
They're from the hag.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to
Okay.
call me on that. I need to. It literally was just like they're poison. I'm like sick.
Yeah. Yep.
I also have
that
5
case-
demon ichor grenades. I just gotta remember how to use those.
Yep.
Literally
Some
just
point.
throw them, light them, and throw them.
Yeah. Easy.
I have a lot of things going on, actually.
So our plan is to get up to the traveler.
The companion, yeah.
The companion,
Well,
yeah.
the
So
traveler.
we have
It's
Oh.
Destiny.
who has the who's carrying all the rods? Or
Here,
those
I'm putting it in
the...
Discord. Destroy.
Yeah, should we all take a rod or two, or should we put all of our eggs in one basket?
I have a pretty good basket.
Okay.
Well, I think we're gonna have to. From what I remember, is there are 9 slots.
Yep.
And they're spaced evenly around outside the sphere. So if we're going to try to figure out how it works, I think we'd all have to try to do something about that. Like we will have to do it all at once. I mean, that's something we still have to figure out when we get there.
Yeah.
That's still an unknown. Now we have other ways. I can think of like using telekinesis to manipulate a few of them if we need to do extras. Like there's some things we can do, but until we get there, we
Mage
don't
hand
know.
one, but we gotta be close for that.
Yeah.
don't know
Elia
what any
hooks
of
her
those-
arms. Elia hooks her arms under Yamon's shoulder and starts to fly up.
This is all right. I will be able to hold my stealth for now. This is
Yeah, you are now the mobile spell slinging tower.
it's the wizard drone. We're
Yeah.
just gonna be flying.
And once again,
Save
you
your
just have,
spell slots for booms.
Yeah,
and
you
once
got
again,
it.
you have Churro in your pocket, just
Yep.
having a blast. His little piggy hair is blowing in the Avernon wind as you guys fly up. So the rest of the party watches as
I'm gonna
Ilya
I'm gonna drop a crowbar out of my inventory to make myself a little lighter.
Oh,
I'm gonna
oh,
launch a
shit,
crowbar
it's
in
a
my
crowbar. as he gets lifted off the ground.
inventory. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh.
As that flies out, Ilya just looks down. It's like, what are you holding?
I honestly don't even know. Don't ask any more questions. I don't know where that came from.
Got great fiber intake. All right, so you guys watch as Ilya. You guys leave the war machines, kind of. I would probably say, behind a hill, well hidden enough. You just kind of possibly throw some shit over them or something. I don't know. How would somebody just try to like slightly obscure them?
Yeah, I'd try to make something happen.
Or just
You don't even need to make a
over
roll
the
for
top.
me. It's not that bad. It's like you take like a 10 or 20 minutes to basically you pull them back into an alcove, and throw some dirt and debris over them to make them look a little bit more in disrepair, and yeah.
You know what we could do? Big theory crafting time. We could summon the garage, park the cars in there, and then if shit hits the fan, just fly to the garage.
That's actually a really good.
But it's a
Yeah, that's right,
possibility,
because
but
it would stay outside, huh?
wouldn't you rather leave the spell slot for if shit hits the fan and we need to use it then?
Well, that spell slot is literally only good for casting the garage.
Also,
Well, yes, but we can cast the garage where we're at, is what I'm saying.
but it takes a while to cast, right?
It takes a minute, and we wouldn't be able to drive our cars.
Okay, never mind.
Other idea too. I actually really like this idea with your idea with the garage, because if we get in there, I just finished. I called my spell. I just finished learning how to cast a spell that we could get straight from there to where we want to go. We could go back to the material plane if we wanted to, but at least we'd have.
Fuck my idea. That's great.
But using your garage, we'd be safe to be able to pull this off, even if we're in great danger. So it gives us a hidey hole, and then we can spend the time there, and I can get us out if we really need to. That would be a fantastic. If everything goes wrong, we still have a way to get out.
Are you not in the air?
Yeah, you're still hovering there. I'm just like talking.
Gesticulating.
As you're
It's
getting
like,
pulled through the air. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, if you want to, before Ilya rips Hamon away from the earth, would you want to park the war machines in the Glimmer's glittering garage?
So, the only thing with this is if we cast it here, it means that we can't go anywhere else to long rest and use the garage. We'd have to either stay here or use, like, the tiny hut or something. But
Peasants?
Yeah. I know, it's a big deal.
It's a tiny chapel. Anyways, from just a purely mechanical standpoint, unless you think you could use that spell slot for another spell, like upcast or something that might be useful. Otherwise, it is essentially a make it to the safe zone, and we can be free. We can basically be safe, no matter what. If we really wanted to try to get away, but I don't know if that, in the context of what we're trying to do, if fleeing, if things go wrong, is really what we would do in the first place.
Mm-hmm. No, but if someone's in a real bad condition, I can dimension door like 600 or 500 feet, so I can at least get someone out if like shit hits the real fan.
The other thing too is maybe
and it hide the cars.
Okay, here's no, we couldn't have the cars, but because if we tried to cast it up in El Terrell, but that would just be a quicker getaway if we wanted to. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't answer the question about hiding the vehicles.
Are there any like sick jumps that maybe angle up towards El Terrell?
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's kind of what. Basically, that's what I was describing. Is that this rock outcropping juts up over the sticks, and then below you,
So could we jump to El Terrell?
There's a chance.
Wait, if we can just YOLO jump.
No, you can't. You can't YOLO jump to El Terrell. It's
damn it.
This angles up towards it. I was thinking if you were somehow able to make your war machines fly, sure, you could trajectory calculate that shit.
What if we go to the top of that rock and we make the garage there?
What if we wall of force halfway?
I mean, we could use some wall forces
and hop your way there on invisible fucking things. No,
we're gonna spend so many spells trying to get this.
So good reason. So basically, you guys are like 2,000 feet away from like the Earth, the big thing of like El Terrell.
So even that I don't know if that makes sense then, because if the intent was to be a potential getaway spot, that's a half a mile to cover.
Yeah,
just to get there. So maybe we just
basically it's just that like you can't get close enough. Like as soon as you get like below and looking up at El Terrell, you guys are in the midst of the
blood war beneath it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess we just try to hide the vehicles here and then yeah.
Okay.
We can always still try to use teleport or something to escape if we really need to, but we just need to find a place at that point.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so leave the cars here, slightly obscured, around the corner. Hopefully nobody will find them. Seems pretty good. And that's when Ilya grabs Hamon underneath the arms and lifts him up as he flies up into the air at an angle, angling towards the black orb of the companion floating over El Terrell.
I do the same with Glimmer, except I kind of just like tuck him under my arm, like
football carry.
Yeah, like football carry him.
Okay, with Sketty strapped to her back, Flipsis spreads her draconic wings and flaps up after you guys as well. And last one on the ground is Mr. Sonya with LeFou.
Yeah, I mean LeFou can fly, so we're just gonna kind of LeFou to victory and glory.
Yeah, he whinnies, gouts of flame expelling from his nostrils as the mane flares up, and you're not burned by him. It's just all for show, as his pyrotechnics blast away, and you guys lift off into the air. The entire crew flying up towards that orb. You see the battles of El Terrell, or the Battle of the Blood War, below you, getting smaller and smaller as the large orb of the companion looms larger and larger towards you. You watch as something starts to descend from one of the clouds above you. About 500 feet away from you guys, you see a jagged tip of an infernal iron warship as a flying fortress descends from the cloud. Not the biggest one that you have seen, not like a flagship, larger than the airship that Rashad piloted, but something that is big and intimidating nonetheless. This giant, dark nail-like object descends down out of the clouds. The thrum of its soul engine is reverberating in your core as it turns towards you. You watch as you see portholes open up, little kind of like airlock doors, as you see 5 objects or 5 things fling themselves from it, their wings spread wide as they fly to intercept you.
Here comes the welcoming committee.
And that is where we're going to go to. Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow, what are
They've
those?
stanced. I think those are just like horn devils. Or
Mm.
we fought these.
Yeah,
before.
but look at those quads, man. They're flexing.
Yeah, also I
Jesus.
love the fact that they're so posed up. Like, he's giving them fucking devil horns just casually, just like, rock on.
Yeah,
He's absolutely sucking. He's sucking in, too. Look at that. Yep.
Yeah,
Stand.
he's just,
Because
yeah.
you know when you turn around, he's just gonna, he's just got a
He's
bubble belly.
Oh, yeah. He just lets it all out.
All right, so Aphelion is carrying Glimmer. Lulu is flying up alongside you guys. Eclipsis has... Oops, I forgot. Where's Sketty? Boink. There's Sketty. Sketty's on her back, but I'm just going to keep it that way. Okay, let's roll initiative, folks.
I think as we see him coming in, I would just look up to Ilya and just say, if you need to drop me for maneuverability to do what you need to do, I can react. It's okay.
I can't see anything.
Really can't see nothing? Do I have this?
Aphelion, open your eyes, please. You're carrying me.
It should be global illumination. Let me drag your new token in. Should be here.
I feel like my token just keeps breaking because I feel like this happened last time too. Okay, now I can see.
It's
When
probably because of your sword is just telling you, nope, you can't look.
when your mom says that, Ilya just responds, "You know, I've had fantasies of dropping some of you, but you're all right."
Well, I appreciate that. Really, I do.
Uh-oh.
But it's okay if you need to.
It's a good thing I have wings because dropping me wouldn't really be effective.
It would be effective after pruning.
throw him to the ground.
There we go. Woo, I thought my group init broke, and I was about to be a very
Oh.
sad boy.
You're not my dad. You're a
How
phone.
high up are we now? We're pretty.
So if you're
Yep.
going at an angle, you're probably about 150, maybe 200 feet up. You're level. You're
Okay.
looking out level with El Terrell. So yeah, about 250
Oh, okay.
feet out. The companion is above that by another. What was it? Another like 300 feet.
Mhm.
But you see El Terrell below you at the moment. You're getting close. So you can definitely. There's like you guys can have the snap decision if like that dark black orb of darkness that you know has basically like an eye of the storm within it, Hamon. You know that is close. It is within a dash away, but these guys are definitely on your tail.
We did not discuss who has the rods.
No, we should have done that.
I want to say Hamon had them. I feel
Hamon
like
has
I
them
would
all,
have.
and that's as far as we know
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Do I have them?
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we would have discussed giving them to somebody who has innate flight, probably.
Yeah.
So it
all
would
we
either
did was
be.
discuss if we want to split them up or keep them on one person.
I don't have them in my inventory. I really think I handed them off to somebody because they were heavy.
Who's got the
So I
rods?
I left them in the trunk.
They're
Oh
on the
shit!
board.
Oh no!
We wouldn't have left without them.
I know.
I would say it would probably be me, Ilya, or Eclipsis would have them, or we'd each have 3 or something like that.
Each have 3, sure.
Yeah, because they were kind of heavy, right? They're adamantine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, adamantine is more like titanium. You said, right?
Yeah,
It's actually
adamantium's
lightweight.
light as shit.
Lightweight. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still, big metal rods. Like
Big.
Hell
even if
yeah.
it's a light metal, they're still metal.
Yeah.
So where you guys are now basically is what I want to know is as these devils fly towards you, we have initiative, right? But as the devils fly towards you, they're not initially this close. They're basically flying to intercept you. Aphelion, your dash flight is what?
180 feet.
180 feet. Okay, so these guys are 120 feet if they dash and trying to get to you. So and not everybody can go that quickly, right? So
No.
basically, what I would wonder is you guys flying as you guys are flying as a group, you see these fiends detach from the flying fortress and engage with you. The flying fortress itself is moving fairly quickly, but not as fast as that. It moves, but it doesn't like warp speed.
But it is clearly heading in our direction, being aggressive. And not just
It's
passing
descended
by.
down. It's descended down, but you also notice that its size and basically you do the calculations, Hamon, and you look, that flying fortress would not be able to get much closer if you continue towards El Terrell for fear of running into the city itself.
Ah, okay.
However,
hence its interceptors.
Yes, however, the Horn Devil TIE fighters are streaking towards you guys. As they basically they're moving to intercept. I want to know how would you guys react? Are you just making a fucking beeline towards the companion, or would you turn to intercept the devils?
From my knowledge of devilry, would I have a feeling for how powerful these are? Because as a player, I actually don't really recognize them.
You know, so from your experiences down here in El Terrell, in Avernus, you know that the Horn Devils, that you recognize their shapes, their forms, their big spread wings. You know that Bitter Breath was a Horn Devil. You know that one of the lieutenants of Bell was a Horn Devil. And you know that the big Chungus boy that was the bodyguard of Rashad is a Horn Devil as well.
Yeah, okay. So these aren't just little
these are not Dingus McDinguses. These are your boys.
In that case, Hamon would definitely be focused on getting to the companion and would say such to the rest.
Glimmer and Aphelion, as you guys are paired up.
I would
I would yell out to everyone that we should make it to the companion.
Yep. Yeah, you give me control over one wing, you take the other.
I mean, I'll carry you where you want to go. I'm going to try and stick with the group. I'm not going to try and get ahead. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure that Glimmer is well positioned to take pot shots if need be.
Right.
All I can do is yell loudly at things. So
I'm going to, I'm going to go from football carry to carrying him by his ankles upside down.
Oh, God. You're doing a full-on, trapeze type shit. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But that way, I'm no way am I in his line of sight. Right. Essentially.
Ilya, what is your flight speed?
I'm
Ilya?
fine with it.
With the she had to BRB. So.
Okay. Let's see. She has. I'll check on.
I want to say it's 30 dash for 60. I think.
Yeah, boots of.
I think.
I got it. Wing boots.
Is just your walking speed.
She is currently the slowest. And carrying Hamon, she's probably I would say she's not going her full dash. Carrying Hamon, you're still, even if she is strong enough to do so, it's slow. Okay, so what that basically is and actually Sonya, last one to kind of ask this question to. Sonya sees these Horn Devils approaching for interception. What does Sonya do?
Oh no.
Don't tell me you guys are running away.
As we were flying up here, Glimmer's been playing Flight of the Valkyries.
Hell yeah.
It's imagery of it's on his golden fiddle.
It'd probably be easier on a flute.
Yeah, but I like the imagery of me flying, holding you by your ankles while you play your fiddle upside down.
Cirque du Soleil shit.
You gotta get a trombone there. Just the little slide of womp, 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 as you're dragging around.
All right, so Sonya, on the back of LeFou, you see these challengers approaching. What do you do?
Oh, well, I would look to the companions what are you all so slow for? Flap harder. Do you not see the fiends await us?
Well, you guys are moving. They're not in front of you. You guys are moving almost at perpendicular.
Right.
Interception.
Sonya wouldn't just go off on his own because he understands the importance of staying as a group.
Okay.
But if he was to go in front, he would definitely change course.
Give me a wisdom
to intercept
save.
faster. Okay. Save, you say? Oh, I'm actually really good at these.
Cool. Nice. So you feel the pull as you're sticking with your group, Sonya. As you're sticking with the party, you feel the pike at your side, the pike of the Legion, of Tempest's Legion, pulling at you, and you almost have to resist, it flinging out of your arms, and it does that Spartan point, almost involuntarily, out at the Horn Devils approaching. But then you steel yourself and you pull it to your side, and you convince it that, like, conflict is coming, just not right now. So, you guys, because you guys are making your way closer, you guys are going to, instead of basically, like, turning to intercept the Horned Devils, you guys find yourselves closer to the companion than you would have. So, you are currently 300 feet away from the companion, or from that, like, barrier of the companion. Actually, scratch that, 200 feet away. So, maybe like a round or two if you guys decide to move. But this is currently where you guys reside. So, let's start it off. Aphelion, top of the round. You guys see at the edge of this map, the Horned Devils are coming to intercept you.
Yeah. Let's see. So in that case, I don't think I would dash because if I dash, I'm gonna lose everyone. 95 feet, huh?
Excuse me. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. Put you all in the middle of this map, but let's do let's get you guys down here at like the bottom, basically.
Gotcha.
Nope. More or less we'd probably do is that, like, once you make your way off the map, you guys are fine. Go.
Yeah. So in that case, I would I'm not gonna dash because I don't want to lose people, but I will go ahead and move my whole 90.
Okay.
So just 90 feet forward, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to... I don't want to burn a bunch of spell slots. I'm just going to... fuck. Because I think my cantrips are only... I'll take the dodge action, actually.
Okay, cool. So you move 90. Let's position yourself where you want to go.
Okay. And then I am carrying
You are carrying
Glimmer.
Okay.
So just straight 90 feet forward.
Yep. And Glimmer goes along for the ride. Right there. Okay. Cool. And so you do the dodge action. Okay.
Dodge action.
As you do the dodge action, that is lucky. So at disadvantage, the Flying Fortress, you see a green glow from the prow of it as a 13 to miss.
Yep, 13 definitely will miss.
So a soul cannon fires out over the prow of it. You see that green streak fly out over and it just whizzes by the side of your head, Aphelion.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I give the like pull wings in and just drop like 10 feet real quick.
Face-up maneuvers.
Oh god, vertigo.
All right. Eclipsis is going to move her 30 feet of flight and then line up a spell to schlang at these boys. I think just a shatter at it would be fine. How far Shatter go? Shatter's 60.
120. Oh, is it 60? I thought it was... Oh, I'm thinking of not Shatter, the other one. Anyways, ignore me.
Make it over a little bit over here so she can cast it. All right, casting Shatter at just the second level that she has it at. Boom, Shatter, level 2, and it is DC 18 for 18 thunder damage. Boom, boom, boom.
Damage? Oh, no.
Some good damage. That's some good damage. All right, and it is a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. Okay, so it's going to be basically like these, the three that are centered around. All right. They have advantage on this, so I'll just roll 3 times for them. Okay, up next is these Horned Devils. So I just now advantage, magic resistance, Constitution saving throw. 1, 2, 3. Only one of them saves. So the one in the back will be the one that saves, takes half of that. We'll take 9, and then the other 2 take the full 18. Cool. All right, which Horned Devil is next? Let's see. Who are you? Ah, it's the one that just took some damage. All right, he's gonna fly. He's gonna fly to here and hold an action to swing. Actually, no, he flies there and he throws a fireball at Eclipsis.
Ooh.
Did Eclipsis not move?
She did move. It's a hurl flame though, so it can use a hurl flame in place of any 2 melee attacks, or of any. It can use hurl flame in place of any melee attack. Sick. So it hurls 3 flames.
Oh.
That is a 16, a 16, and a 12. So all of them miss. So 3 flames fly out and over, missing her completely. Another Horn Devil will fly here to intercept. Hamon, in the arms of an Ilya, you will take 3 targeted. In the arms of an Ilya, you'll take 3 hurl flame attacks.
Oh gosh, that just really made me
26,
realize
26, 24.
Glimmer is literally in the arms of an angel right now.
Well, she'll work, but I'm actually using my reaction to cast Absorb Elements for fire at first level.
Oh, fuck, you can do that?
Yeah, it's a reaction spell.
That's dope. That's a really... Wait, I didn't realize that was a reaction spell. That's really strong.
Yeah, it says when you take damage from acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder, and it gives you resistance to the triggering damage type at the start of next turn. And my first time I hit someone with a melee attack on my next turn, if I was going to do such a thing, they take some damage based off that.
Okay, so I roll damage for all of these, though, right?
Yeah, and it's just I have resistance to the damage, which is
okay.
Fire, right?
15, 17, 9.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so 32, 41 divided by 2, that's 20 damage I take.
Yep.
Minus the
your temp HP.
Yep. So
hold on.
You can do something too. Oh, okay.
Another reaction.
This actually makes sense because you're literally holding me as I'm getting roasted.
Okay, so roll that 1d12. Are you casting it at level 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 of that is reduced, so put that down to 12.
14.
14. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I still have temp HP then. I didn't actually take any damage yet. Nice.
Very nice. Okay, and Ilya, you take 6 fire damage off of your temp HP. Okay. Lulu.
Which I'm resistant to.
Very nice. Okay, so awesome. Lulu flies her 20. She's not going to transform yet. She can only do that once per day, so that's not in her book.
Goddess mode.
She's not going to go into Goddess mode just yet. But she
just sticking with succubus form for now.
Yeah, she'll fly here to shield you guys from magic. All right. This Horn Devil flies over to here and basically just turns in the air, holds out his hand, and vroom, 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 at Sonya. 3 fire, 3 hurl flames at Sonya. Hurl flame 1, crit, 25 and 9.
First, you'll definitely hit.
Okay. That is 29 damage on the first one.
That's halved because I have fire resistance from LeFou.
Wait, for real? Wait, he has an aura?
Yeah, confer fire resistance to anyone riding it.
That's great.
You are super right.
Using LeFou's head to take these fireballs.
Yeah.
It's my clear said he was on fire. It doesn't do anything. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, this isn't just me being like, I'm gonna give Sonya a nightmare. No, it's like, no, when you summon, like, when you use that spell in Avernus, a nightmare comes and is allied to you. That's funny as shit. All right, so the first one is halved, and then the second one is a 15 halved as well, so that goes down to 7. All right. That is its turn. Ilya, with Hamon in your arms, after taking some of that fire damage, what are you going to do?
What was the plan that was discussed when I was gone?
Okay, so just so you know, top of this map is basically the edge of the companion, the darkness at the edge of the companion. There is the flying fortress that is bearing down on you. However, it can't go much farther because you guys decided to make a beeline towards the companion. It's basically stuck at the periphery of El Terrell, because otherwise it would run into the rock and shit. It can still take that pot shot at you guys, which is pretty gnarly, but it's far enough away now that can be a disadvantage. So everybody's trying to make a beeline to kind of get in that dark sphere as soon as possible.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Mechanics question. How does Thunderstep work while in the air?
How does what work?
Thunderstep.
Thunderstep, same way.
Yep.
So you can choose a
So-
location. See them? Yeah.
Uh-oh, Churro.
Heroes is going to be the most biggest guy.
Churro is
He's
an
already,
item.
he's already saluting.
I just had an interesting thought with just randomly with the you've got the dagger, right? That's a melee attack. You could add the fire damage to that technically, I think.
They're
It's not
devils,
me,
so
though. I haven't read the spell. Yeah. It's only a 1d6 damage too. It doesn't
Yeah.
actually score the amount I take.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter in this situation. It's just an interesting thought.
Okay.
Yeah, the way it's worded, that would work. Yep.
I'm gonna move away from the group first.
Okay, dragging Hamon and Churro
Yes.
with you. I'll move them
And
with
then
you.
we're gonna
Okay,
Thunderstep.
Okay.
But in this case,
I'm
since
assuming
Churro-
you don't drop them. You're still carrying them.
I made it to the end.
Okay, so
Perfect.
you're just gonna go off the edge of the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it would make sense, and maybe if you get to the edge, Hamon would just look up. Stay on the outside of the darkness for now until we're all here.
Yeah.
So we can at least try to assist everyone that's coming in.
So you're basically like one movement away. You're at that smoking black
We're
darkness.
at the instant portal, ready to jump
Yeah,
in.
you're at the
And
Dark
they're
Souls. Dark
waiting
Souls fog
for
gate.
teammates to join you, kind of a
Kind
thing.
of. She kind of clarifies with Yamon, like, what's his like distance of assistance at the moment.
It's man, this works.
Okay.
At least I can make something work from here, no
Yeah,
problem.
you can do. Yeah. Wizard.
There's plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a wizard. He can do. He can do shit.
I'm a hoisted artillery in the air. Like we got options.
Yeah.
Although I'm trying to figure out what I can do to try to get people here quickly, and I think I'm up next. Jeez, I got to think about that.
Yes, you are up next. Okay,
Nothing
Ilya.
too. Damn. I think.
Oh, wait, but you do Thunderstep, right? 10 damage. Churro salutes
Sorry,
Ilya
Geralt.
and just evaporates.
I think anytime Ilya thundersteps, her immediate response is "Sorry, Churro."
Dude, it's like
Everybody.
3 for 3 right now. Like every Thunderstep has just been a dead Churro.
This is true.
Hamon, you do need to. Does Hamon need to give the thing?
Do I have to save?
I don't think so because I targeted him.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Well, with then Churro being on my person, but no, he's another. He's.
Here,
I'm carrying. You're carrying me, and I'm carrying him. So I think you'd only count for me then, right?
You know what?
And that,
Actually, you can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry.
Right.
Oh,
so that's
so
the thing.
I'm
Is
an
like
object
because
on
you
top of
said
that.
you're carrying him. Yes. Previously, Churro was like out and about.
Yeah.
yeah,
this
he was
point,
outside of my pouch
He's
because
in
he's not
your.
really.
He's in
It's
your.
separated.
Like,
It's separated. You
Yeah.
can also teleport one creature with you. So Churro's an object.
I mean, that's kind of rude, but
At the moment, Churro's an object.
no, he is. I'll say that he is.
For-
he is
for the
within the
purposes of
corporeal.
this
He is
spell.
within the corporeal. Like. Yeah. He is.
Technically, he doesn't count as a creature in the sense of that.
Right, yeah.
No,
because
no
it's a-
worries. Churro is
Yep.
not evaporated. He salutes, thinking
It's
he's
a
about to
salute.
get blasted. He opens his eyes and he's still in the pocket pouch of Hamon in the air. And he
And there's a look of disappointment on his face.
was about to go get another tattoo in his infernal tattoo parlor, but I guess
Yeah,
not
that's right.
anymore.
Every time it's just a trip for him.
Okay. Hamon.
I've been carefully looking at my spells. I still don't know exactly what I do here. So we got Lulu, Flipsis, Sonya, And sorry, one more. I didn't look. So that's 100. It's basically this whole map is within range of fun, except for Sonya.
Yep.
I think. Oh! I know what to do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and target these. Sorry, I have to be quiet. Deem's going to sleep now. So this one, and this one. I'm throwing an Eldritch Blast at each of them, splitting the shot. I believe that's 120 foot range, right? Yep. So a 16, a 27, and 14. And I'll say that it's 1, 2, 3.
All right, so the 3 ones that are closest to you.
Yeah.
All right. Only the 27 hits, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's the second one here, and it will also it'll take the 7 damage.
Yep.
Is that being yeah, it's calculated. And it gets moved back 10 feet because of my lovely mark on my face.
Okay, so it gets shot back 10 feet, bumps the other horned devil in the air. Cool.
Yeah. That's and bonus action. I think that's all I wanted to.
Oh,
throwing items or anything, that would be a full action, right?
Yeah. Are we gonna yeet a fucking grenade at him?
I was thinking about it because
Your
actually,
puny wizard arms would not be able to reach them.
That's a good point. That's a long throw.
You just give that that fucking Arrested Development meme of him trying to throw the letter into the water.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm just basically trying to slow them down with the knockbacks. So yeah, that's my turn, and I'll just yeah, I'll do there.
All right, Glimmer, in the arms of an Aphelion.
All right, so first for my bonus action, I will look to Aphelion like, please God, whatever you do, don't drop me. Inspiration to you.
As you hold him by his ear being held.
I will use that.
Yeah, I look
specifically
downwards from my perspective, but upwards in reality.
Yes.
And then I will point and shout out way to this guy in the very back. They all make fun of how small your horns are, and I will cast Enemies Abound.
On the one way in the back?
Yeah, 100. It has a 120 foot range.
Okay.
So I pull out my fucking megaphone and yell at him.
Hey, yo, bitch!
Your friends hate you,
Bro! Yeah, your friends make fun of you. Alright, cool. So, they need to make an intelligence saving throw. He does have advantage on this. Spells and other magical effects. However, he is not that intelligent. Alright. What's your DC, my man?
18.
Sick. 12.
Hell,
Nice.
Alright, so you watch in the distance as he basically, you can see him like scratch his head. He gets very angry and infernal. His brain explodes. There you go. Alright, cool. When a fails, a target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe, regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Ooh, alright. Okay. Ironically, it is his turn next. Sick. Good job. So, the guy, this other horned devil who's flying off, who's basically trying to chase his friends, all of a sudden gets 2 forks in the ass and a tail attack. So,
Poke.
yeah, poke, both hit. So, fork and fork. Wow.
You just got forked in the ass.
So yeah, you watch this.
hell yeah.
He's getting fucked up by his friend. Enemies Abound. So good, especially when you have a high DC on that save. And then he just does in the air, flaps his wings and says, "Oh, you make fun of me in the mess hall," and slaps him with a tail, which will unfortunately miss with the tail. Dang. But that was his turn. Sonya. You use the movement of Le Fou, and you can go where you want.
Yeah, I can go 90 feet.
You could go, yeah. You basically could like do a donut and then fucking
And I'm just like,
spin the wheels. Okay.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
just gonna fly up to this one right here. Just do like
The pike. The pike feels. You feel the pike in like shaking with anticipation as you approach.
yeah, it's exactly be kind of like, oh, here we go, boys. Here,
Yeah.
here.
Yep. The first one hits, second one will miss, unfortunately.
That's okay. And then, yep. So do 16 total there to radiant, and then
Automatically do the thing.
yeah. So it has disadvantage if it tries to attack me, and then LeFou has attacks as well.
He does. He goes right after you. So he rears up.
Yo.
Just nay and misses. Unfortunately.
Good hustle, babe.
Good hustle, LeFou.
It has this. It also has this weird thing for a night ethereal stride.
Oh yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. If you wanted to, you could just slip away and just say "fuck you." But
I have a question about that later. But yeah.
Okay. So the other Horned Devil will turn around, yell an infernal at his companion, who just stabbed him in his butt. Literally poke him twice with a fork in his butt, and just say in infernal like, "What the fuck are you doing? Concentrate, we gotta pursue them." And he will fly up here and
he takes an opportunity attack if he is able to.
Oh yeah, he does. He just stop fucking around, and guy just goes bonk, and misses him. Swings and tries to attack him, but misses. This Horned Devil will run up to you, Sonya, and will fork. The 28 will hit you for 17 piercing damage. And then we'll spin around and tail for 22. 22 will hit you, unless you have anything you want to do.
I do not. There is nothing.
Okay. So, 13 piercing damage. If the target is a creature other than an undead or a construct, give me a con save, please.
Yuck.
Okay.
So, 16 there.
Yep. Ooh, that is a fail, unfortunately. So you lose. Let's roll it. 12 hit points due to an infernal wound at the start of your turn, however.
Okay.
So you are currently wounded. And that I will have to... Actually, I'll re-roll it at the start of your turn. All right, Aphelion.
Yeah, that's good.
I will dip back like 5 feet just so that I can get a Sacred Flame on that guy.
Okay. The closest one here.
Yep. Sacred Flame. Needs some... Wow, really shitty roll. DC 18 deck save.
Yep. Fails it.
Okay, he takes that, and then I'm going to fly all the way up to here.
Okay. Glimmer arrives there. All right, the Flying Fortress's turn at the top of the round. I'm going to... it's going to be one of the two folks that are closest. A 1 is Eclipsis, a 2 is Sonya. Okay, Sonya.
Bring it.
All right, this is at disadvantage. 16 will miss.
Yep.
Once again, another green streak of damage of soul energy flies out of the prow of the Flying Fortress on the basically in the background. It's the big enemy at the edge of the battlefield. Flies across your face. LeFou rears up in anger as it just like blows up in the distance, illuminating you. All right, Flipsis. She and Sketty are going to go right here. He is going to grab Sketty and say, "Come with me," and then she's going to do what Ilya did and thunderstep the fuck out of there. All right, so 90. Whoop. Right there at the edge. Perfect distance. Okay, so L, 3 of these guys need to make a save at advantage. Another Constitution saving throw. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the first one, the one up here closest to her, that one fails, takes 8. And then the remainder save, taking half damage. Okay.
So does Sonya's pike means he's not gonna join us up here?
It's up to him.
I'm
Can't run away.
uncertain, but
Yeah.
What if you
That's
could
how-
advance to the rear?
Yeah, just moonwalk to us. But look like you're charging forward.
I'm lagging, I swear.
Keep clipping through these fiends.
All right. The Horn Devil on his turn looks at Sonya, sees that there's a bunch of people there. He is going to Vamonos out of there, flying his maximum that he can fly while still being able to take an action. Glimmer. Glimmer, Hamon, and Ilya will take one of these each. So here comes one at Glimmer. Roll Flame. Crit.
Oh no.
For 31 damage.
Ouch.
Okay, I am resistant to that.
Yep, so 15.
Mm-hmm. It'll
Do
I
all
still
three of
tempt
these
you,
happen
I'm
at the same
fine.
time?
They will. It's like a all at the same time.
Okay, I'm gonna wait to see.
Yeah. So here's the one at you, Ilya. 23.
I still have temp HP, so I'm fine.
14 fire damage, and then at Hamon, an 11.
Oh, straight misses.
Okay. So I'm just gonna share pain on Glimmer.
Okay. So I take half of 57.
Mhm.
So I had 17.
Oh, no,
so
it's
10.
not. It's not half. It's she rolls. So
Oh.
you take 5. She takes 10 halved. Actually, you take
Okay.
5 halved, so that would be 2. You take 2 fire damage.
Yep.
Actually,
yeah.
how does that work? Because he takes half. It wouldn't be halved again, so it would be 5.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be
Yeah,
halved.
you calculate the damage post resistance and then do the subtractions.
Yep.
Exactly.
So 5. Sorry about that.
Okay. Either way, I need to make a Constitution check.
12.
I make it.
Cool. Good.
No, you don't, because it was temp HP. If you take damage to temp HP, you don't have to make a concentration check.
No concentration checks on temp HP.
You're hitting your
You're
power
welcome.
shield.
All right. Exactly. All right. This one is going to be
Power of doing triceps day.
flinging some fire at Eclipsis this time. So hurl flame 1, 13 will miss, 11 will miss, 24 will hit Eclipsis. 16 damage.
Halved, I think.
Yes, halved to 8, which it goes off of her temp HP, so puts her temp HP at 9.
Doesn't have fire
And
resistance.
you watch as Sketty catches fire.
Ow.
Oh no. Dogs on fire. Dogs on fire.
Oh man, you're gonna be sleeping on the couch if you kill Sketty.
Yeah, ironically, she's sleeping behind me right now. All right, Lulu.
On the couch.
Warming it up for you.
Lulu looks at the
brain
party
waves.
retreating, or looks at the party heading towards the orb. Looks over to Mr. looks over to Sonya and realizes that, you know what, she's gotta help out here. And she is going to take a look at one of the at this one right here, and is what does he have? What is that skull on him? I forget. Something.
The skull is the Glimmer's spell.
No, that's the bottom guy.
Oh wait, where? Oh, the bottom guy doesn't. The
Bottom guy. Go lower.
Way far away guy. Why am I forgetting? Why am I? I don't know. I'm blanking.
Oh, he was not on my screen. That's why. Okay, I see him now.
All right. So this guy is going to do a at advantage wisdom saving throw. We'll see if it works. Oops. Yeah, he definitely does. Okay. So she tries to banish that horn devil, but she cannot. Unfortunate. So she uses her once per day for banishment. However, she is going to fly her butt over there to try to get. Yeah, she gets Sonya in her aura. Other horn devil here is going to engage with Sonya. Is going to do a stab tail. Fork 15, 28. There's a 15 piercing damage. And then a tail is a crit.
Ooh. Damn, son.
Or it's for 14. +4, so not that bad. 18. And you already have an infernal wound on you, so that doesn't double.
I overloaded their wound abilities.
Yeah. All right, Ilya.
Yeah. I think. Oops. I think I'm just gonna take a look out of or a page out of Lulu's spellbook. And
Okay, on which one?
that one.
Great. DC what?
17.
17 wisdom at advantage. Boink. Gets it.
Damn.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Staves off the spell.
Alright.
Any
That's
bonus
about all I
actions?
got.
Okay. Hamon. Dangling from Ilya's held hands.
Yeah. I don't get the sense from watching the carnage below that Sonya seems to be coming in our direction.
Currently, no.
I mean, it's been like an hour since I've had a chance to try and do anything, but you know.
Just from your last action, I'm trying to think of what I'll do. Sorry, I promise I've been planning this whole time, but there's just so many things. And I want to metagame by looking at the wisdom save, but...
No, you can. I mean, you know that they're pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen them save. I would say, like, no worries. Like, Hamon has seen them save twice. He's seen the spells cast twice and seen them save twice.
Yeah. It doesn't mean I don't want to try it, though, because I think it will still work. But there's 5 of them. It's a problem.
We're just gonna go through this whole round with everybody casting banishment.
I don't have banishment, but I have something else that might work. Okay, another thing too, since we've been hitting a few of these guys, does any of them seem to take significant damage, or are they all looking healthy?
You guys have split your damage pretty significantly right now. They all look very healthy, though.
And this is first rule, we got focus fire. All right. Well, to be fair, we're not trying to focus fire, so.
You literally split all 3 of your attacks last turn.
I was trying to knock him back, all right.
It was literally fire.
I think I'm going to try, action. I'm going to try to cast Polymorph on this guy who's coming in at us.
The closest one?
Yeah. So, and I'll try to turn him into a flying squirrel.
Just glides gently down to Elturel.
That's the idea.
Slowly
that's a good
falls.
plan.
All right. Good plan. All right. Wisdom saving throw here.
Oh,
Do you want to use any of your portents? Or no?
Unfortunately, they're all too high, and I do know that if I use them, he would save. So I have to hope that he fails it.
19.
By 1. Fuck.
2.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's true. See, meeting it works. Okay. Bonus action.
So you watch as he starts to change into that flying squirrel, but then his wings pop out again.
Yeah. Merde. I guess I'll use my bonus action just to yell to Sonya. Sonya, try to get over here. There's devils on the way.
Okay. Got it. Glimmer. Concentrating on enemies abound.
Yep. And we're pretty much all going that way. So I'm going to use my action to dodge, but what this looks like is I'm using Mage Hand to hold my shield out in front of me, so just like by perspective, I'm a much smaller target.
Okay.
I love it.
Any bonus action?
Goalie strategy.
Nope.
The Horned Devil that you have bamboozled, still bamboozled. The closest thing you can see is he runs up and tries to stab his companion in the butt again.
Yeah. Butt stabs.
Butt stab.
The old butt
Give him the old butt stab. Butt.
Ooh.
Stab. All 3 of them hit. So this dude is just like turns around, gets fucking stabbed. All right, so 19, 17, and then a tail attack for an additional 13. So that's 30, 49.
Dude, you guys can't keep up with my DPS.
No, we can't.
And he is infernally wounded by his companion. Ouchies. All right, Sonya. You are infernally wounded, so you take. Hey, it's the same roll. 12 at the start of your turn. The tail wound that lashed across your back. You take 12 damage. Ow.
It's like necrotic or whatever.
Here's bleeding.
Oh, cool. Cool.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Okay. But it is your turn. It is your go. You can do whatever you want. Your pike thirsts for battle, but it does not control you. You can make another wisdom save if you want to.
Yeah, sure. We'll try for it.
To control it. Ooh,
Yeah.
You do not. 9 on that wisdom save would not be enough. As
How about a 13 with his aura,
13?
though?
No, not either. The
That's what I've
power
already
of this
spread.
legendary item compels him to fight on valiantly, and he will. Okay.
Sure will. I'll go ahead and... Which one of these looks more boofed?
The one that's been stabbed in its butt a bunch of times by its companion.
Yeah. I'll give this one the business here. Oh no!
Stab.
Okay, there you go. That second one will hit.
All right. And then feeling the compulsion of the pike, I'm gonna smite it.
Oh,
Yes, that's what that skull is. It has the haunting guy on him.
Yeah, so he's disadvantaged to hit me. And so I guess now this one will take it instead, and then 15 for the smite.
Okay, let me double check the item. I think it goes on multiple things, by the way.
That's cool.
So it doesn't. Spectral Warrior, once on your turn when you hit a creature with an attack, until the start of your next turn. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
just one turn.
Okay, so it disappears. The Spectral Warrior just shifts over and goes, "Oh, you want me to go over here?" It just goes over to that guy. Yes, so he will take an additional 15 from his smite. Okay. Cool. He is looking hurt.
Yep, LeFou's gonna kick him.
Okay, LeFou's gonna kick him.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, that will miss slightly. Okay. On its turn, at the start of his turn, he takes 8 necrotic damage from the wound that he has. Or hit points, actually. That's weird. It doesn't say maximum hit points. You lose those hit points. You're just losing hit points. That's great. Okay, so -8. The Spectral Warrior on him is distracting him in the background, just going nya 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 nya. So as he tries to attack you, he'll have disadvantage on all of these attacks. All right, Fork at disadvantage is a 25. Fork at disadvantage is a 22.
Oh my god.
Tail at disadvantage is a 25.
Oh no! Jesus.
Okay, so
Damn, son.
Fork is a 15. Other Fork is a 16, and then Tail is another 13. So put that all together, and you got 30, 31, 44. And then it also deals additional damage to you. Because each time the devil hits the wounded target with its attack, the damage dealt is increased by 3d6.
Oh no.
Yep, so this is another
That's wild.
9d6. 33.
What type of damage is that extra on there that's necrotic?
No, it's just damage.
It's
So
like
it's just
Because like I
magical-
have bludgeoning and piercing.
Yeah, so this would be halved.
Or not half, but
You reduce it.
I don't know.
resistance.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so 40... So there was
you know what I forgot to do on my
44 initial reduced, and then an additional 33 from the hurts that you got from there.
Yes. Cool.
Okay. So that was his turn. Where the hell's Lulu?
She's right next to Sonya.
Sorry, did Lulu go? Yeah, Lulu moved and went. Okay.
Sonya's like pretty wrecked by this, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sonya is very wrecked. All right, Aphelion. You see Sonya getting completely bonkered here.
Okay. This is difficult. Shit. Didn't want to use spell slots today. On this fight. This was supposed to be ignore them and move on. Shit.
Yep. There's one
Well,
roll.
Here we are now.
It's only knows how to stand tall.
Mhm.
Well, I think combat strategies may have shifted.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do now because I still need to preserve spell slots for the later fight.
Don't you have do you still have a bow or a shooty spell cantrip or anything like that?
My only cantrip is Sacred Flame that can reach him. I lost a lot of cantrips when I lost my Warlock that gave me 7 cantrips.
Also, just keep in mind too, we want to save our spell slots for what's coming up, but if we can't make it to it, that's not.
Yeah, I know, I get that. That's why I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna cast something too. I just gotta.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide. I think I can get away with. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast telekinetic weapon at 4th level.
Okay.
So that whole thing.
Yep.
Get the bow, which means shit. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't do that. I'm carrying
you're
Glimmer.
holding on to Glimmer.
Yeah, there's like nothing I can do. Because technically,
just technically it would be like Sacred Flame. You just free a hand for a moment, do Sacred Flame, and
I could do Storm Sphere at 4th level. But even then, all I can what I could do is I could stop them from progressing forward, but that's not going to help us get. Let's see, if I do 20 foot. Yeah, okay, so I'll put a Storm Sphere centered here.
Yep.
So post that in chat. So Storm Sphere centered there. So they need to make strength saving throws.
How many of them? All 3 of these guys?
It's not going to get to.
Oh no, it would.
No, because it's 25, 20. Yeah, I can't quite get all of them. Unless there's some geometry bullshit that we could do, but.
Yeah, there isn't. They're just far enough apart. So which 2 are you going to get?
These 2.
Okay.
And then also it's going to be difficult terrain between us and them, but that's not going to matter because they can just go around it.
The one that's closest to you rolls, gets a 29. One furthest away, crits at a 30.
Yep. That being said, I'm now going to target this guy with the lightning as a bonus action.
Also, you should probably fly towards Sonya a little bit. I yell up.
Okay.
Take me that way.
I'm going to go... After that, they're going to have a hard time with the sphere. I'm going to go to... I'm not going to go super far. I'll go to here.
Sphere, you said?
Maybe 15 feet closer.
I was a miserable man.
No, like closer, further away,
And then bonus at advantage, it's going to be d20 plus 10 against that guy.
Okay, 18 or higher, it'll hit. I'm not looking at it right now.
Yeah, so it'll be an 11. Oof.
Oof.
Or a 28. 28 hits, though.
Is that right? 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Bit less.
That's 15, I think.
Is it?
From the... Well, actually, let me clip to center. Snap to corner.
Yeah, it's one more bigger.
So if it's one should reach.
It should be that big. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. It basically gets those guys. Yes.
That's 15 foot.
Is it?
It's another 5 bigger. There we go. So now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool.
Yep. Perfect.
Alright, so that storm sphere is centered right there. The flying fortress.
28 to hit that guy.
28, yes, hits him, absolutely. Deals
So that'll be 4d6.
lightning damage. Very
17.
nice. Okay, cool. Flying fortress sees you getting closer, Felion, and will take a shot at disadvantage at you. Shaboom. 14.
Misses.
Okay. Flipsis is going to sling a magic missile at just harrying the things that she can see. Yep, just at a second or first level, so that's 1, 2, 3. Solid. Okay. 6 plus 4 is 10. That guy. Okay. If they start their turn in the sphere, what happens?
I want to say nothing. Spell's duration: each creature within the sphere when it appears or ends its turn there must succeed on a strength save. So if they start their turn there, they're fine. They just need to leave the sphere.
So this one flies towards you, Aphelion, and is going to stab at you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fork attack. A 22.
Shield.
Okay, shield flies up. Okay, second fork. 26.
That'll hit.
Okay, for 11 piercing, and then a tail attack, 17, which will miss you.
Yep.
Okay, the other horn devil here flies up. Do the horn devils have reach? They do. All right. So this one is going to attempt to stab Miss Flipsis. Fork attack for 26 will hit her. 16. Another fork attack for 13 misses. And then a tail attack for 13 misses. Lucky on that. Okay. So it takes out 9 of her remaining temp HP. And then that is 7 left. Okay. Lulu, on her turn, she squeaks out to you, Sonya, and telepathically she says, "You stupid idiot, why are you still fighting?" And will run up and plonks down, like, on top of LeFou and you. LeFou and you. And she has teleport.
Whoa! Oh my god.
No chance of error. Suddenly, LeFou, Sonya, and Lulu just squink, blink out of existence. And you three, or Sonya, you find yourself staring face to face with a gigantic 50-foot radius metallic sphere.
That's a big set of ball.
And you look around, and behind you, it's all like clear air here. Like weirdly clear, the clearest air you've ever seen since you're in Avernus. But you see in the distance a large black, like, kind of shell encircling everything, and you recognize, without a doubt, in the distance, the dummy thick tail of a Flipsis sticking through that shell. Okay, so you guys, everybody else watches as basically, yeah, Lulu, Sonya, and LeFou are, even if he is unwillingly wanting to leave the fight, he is gone from the battlefield. Horn Devil here is in this shit, is gonna be angrily just flying through it.
It's difficult terrain, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure then. He just, like, he's just angry enough to, he just goes straight through it then and just ends up in the middle of it, so he needs to make a, what is it, a strength save?
Strength save, yep.
Okay. That advantage, strength save. He saves it, and that's basically it. He's in there. Ilya, you now see that Mr. Sonya's gone.
Okay, I think that's our cue to leave. And I turn and head out of the mask.
All right, so you head straight through the black smoking kind of border of what's in front of you, and literally 10 feet in, it just disappears, and you're in clean, clear air, and you see Lulu in the distance. Lulu, Sonya, and LeFou, the flaming nightmare, standing or floating alongside a 50-foot radius metallic adamantine sphere. You just continue to fly within?
I fly a bit further, but keeping both me and Hamon within range of like the edge of the smoke.
Alright, oops. Hamon, on your turn, what would you do?
So inside now, and I recognize this from Arcane Eye. So
it's clear today as you is that you're within the companion. Or you're within the sphere around the companion.
Yeah. Can we still hear sounds from outside, or is the shell of the smoke or darkness prevent sound from?
It is muffled.
Okay. However, I do know. Okay. I don't need to see the creature. I'm gonna use my turn to cast message on Felion, someone flying. Correct outside.
Yeah, he's the one that's furthest away flying. Yep.
I'll use my action to cast message and say, we're inside the companion. Please try to get inside as fast as possible. And then for bonus action, I'll just yell, "Fuerzas, time to come inside!" Because I can see the dummy thick tail poking through as well.
Yes.
That'll be my turn.
Party time is over.
We have no idea if they can make it through as well, but we're about to find out.
Alrighty, Glimmer.
Alright, I'll be like pointing out towards where Sonya was, like, Sonya, you are out of here, cool. And so then I will pull up my flute for my bonus action. Correct? Yeah, and I'll do a little. Yep. So, Felion, you can use your reaction to move your speed, and if you don't have any temp HP, you get 5.
I will keep my 6.
Okay. And then presumably, as you're flying away, I'm just giving this guy double middle fingers upside down as vicious mockery.
Okay. The one who's right by you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely moving 90 feet into the sphere with my reaction.
Saves.
Though.
Oh. Okay. Well, he still sees me hanging upside down, giving him the birds.
So, you did the mantle. So, what does that do for you? You can still swing at you, right?
I
isn't Glimmer
also use my reaction?
Yeah.
Isn't Glimmer technically being forced out of range? So
yes, he is.
True, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that argument. Yeah, it's a fort. He's being pulled from it. He's not willfully moving. Okay, cool. The angry horned devil, who is still bamboozled, will continue to stab his companion in butt.
This is my favorite subplot of the entire contest.
You always talk shit about me in the mess hall.
Definitely actually
19,
found the one that actually
11,
has an issue with the other of them.
14.
Yeah. This guy definitely gets made fun of in the showers.
He's getting tired.
He's just crying now.
All right. So within the companion,
be a ballerina.
Within the companion, Sonya, you are still infernally wounded. So you still take 3d6, 9 damage at the start of your turn. Do you want to staunch the wound?
Can I just magically heal myself with lay on hands to stop it?
Yes, you can. So basically it says any creature can take an action to staunch a wound with a successful DC 12 wisdom check or, yes, magical healing. Go.
Yeah, I'm going to do that instead.
Just what you can literally do one, yes, you can do 1 HP of just run your finger across
classic,
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll do like 10, but yeah.
Okay. So you staunch you are no longer infernally wounded. Okay.
Cool.
Otherwise, in here, your spear calms down. You can't see any enemies. It's confused. However, there is the you do. Yeah, I don't know. What, Sonya? What would you do? There's no calling from the spear of the Legion, but
I think it'd be a little bit of like, so Lulu, thanks for helping me out there. I don't know if you noticed, but I was getting punched pretty hard.
he angrily toots at you, just like gives you like a frustrated.
No need to take that tone with me. We've been through a lot together, and I'm here to help you out. I'm just, got hit pretty hard. It's the thing with LeFou, right? We're not used to this yet.
Just harumphs at you. All right.
Fair enough.
Oh, and because you used lay on hands as an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The other Horned Devil is now he's just pissed. He turns around and just is like, "Oh, wait, and he was infernally wounded too. Hold up, he still needs to take an additional he takes an additional 13 damage as he's just being shredded by his buddy. He angrily just turns around and starts like berating this guy. And he'll also attack him as well. So he's not moving on. He's just like he's been telling this dude to cut it out, and this Helmi has just been stabbing him over and over and over again. Enemies abound.
This is why we kicked you out of the G&D group.
Yeah. So the fork attacks and these things both hit. So yeah, these guys are just now fucking wailing on each other. You're right. The most DPS in this entire encounter.
Friday.
The entire encounter, the most DPS has been done by Glimmer's Enemies Abound spell. All right, Aphelion, you are within the sphere. What do you do?
Also, small side note, Aphelion, the temp HP is 11.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't realize it increases as we level up.
I'll take it
based on charisma.
I'll do 11 then. 11 and how bad does Sonya look at this point?
Still pretty bad.
Sonya's pretty messed up, but
I will fly up to him and I'll just slap the shit out of him with healing hands. Not actually slap him, but I'll just be like, try to stick to the plan from now on. Yes.
No.
Can't. I take back the healing I was gonna give.
What is what is the healing hands?
Healing hands, yeah. So that would be my level, so 13.
Cool, 13 up. Nice.
I could still drink more of that.
All right, the Flying Fortress doesn't. Oh, actually, the Flying Fortress only sees Flipsis. And we'll, at disadvantage, take a last pot shot here. And hits her.
Ooh. Oh no, this is gonna hurt.
For 51 force damage.
Oh.
Yikes. Big yikes.
Getting trucked.
We need to use that more. We have one of those.
You do.
Yeah, but it costs money.
Dude, we're sitting on so much money.
You're the frugal
It's so funny. It's like, it costs money, and this is, like, the devils get to use it because they're basically, like, Megacorp of hell and just funnel money into their weapons all the time. As that happens, you watch as, like, inside the Flying Fortress, an imp, like, clicks another coin into the slot to reload the soul cannon. All
That's
right.
the equivalent of, at the final boss, I don't want to use my health potions, what if I need them later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so battered and bruised, Flipsis will disengage and fly into the the darkness and emerge on the other side. Okay. With everybody now on the other side, you guys wait in anticipation as you kind of steel yourselves for these Horned Devils to fly through, but none continue through.
Well,
Noticing that, Ilya comes over, drops Yamon on the back of LeFou, and starts to berate Sonya while healing him.
All right. So
I don't know what you guys are so upset about. I have to listen to the spear.
So you guys are, you watch, we inside, you guys don't know really what's happening. The, like, outside, basically, one of these horned devils eventually dies outside. As they continue to fucking battle it out, because I don't think that enemies abound doesn't rely on sight, right? Like, it just continues.
No, but every time he gets hit, he can make the save again.
Oh, so he had to make one save. Because he got hit once. What is it? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Dude, perfect save on these guys.
Mm-hmm. I like to imagine that even once the
no, he
spell
still would
wears
fail.
off, there's-
So
yeah.
he's still
they're still
outside.
big
There's
right
still a full
Oh, yeah.
brouhaha of these dudes flying. This one homie, rebel devil, flying and like haranguing all these other dudes and like throwing shit at them. But
Yeah,
we
this
watch as the closest one, the one that was like closest to the thing, he stops like dead ass stops at the edge of the black sphere.
Mhm.
And like flaps there for a moment, and then like thinks about going in, shakes his head and turns around to go and focus on this other devil who's out of line and
I
doing
think,
his
yeah,
shit.
Oh,
Your
By the
spells
way-
beyond magic now. You've reached to psychological levels, and they're just working it
Yes.
out themselves.
Dude, I created an agent of chaos among the law, so
yes. Also worth pointing out, my lightning bolts just keep hitting people because I don't have to see them.
So they're just
So,
bonus. Yeah, no, like stuff is
yeah.
happening out there. They eventually,
Yeah.
eventually, these devils take care of the rebellious one, either by killing him or either by eliminating
Working
him
out
or
their
having the
issues.
spell drop. But you get healed for an additional 13, Mr. Sonya. But moments pass with bated breath on the inside of the companion, or in the inside of the darkened sphere, staring at what is actually the solar incendiator within. And no devils enter. No flying fortress shots. Nothing.
Right? Should we open this bitch up?
We'll do that next time.
Yeah.
That is where we'll pick up.
Yep.
Because
Looking-
the
we're
last
staring
line
at
is,
rods.
should we open this bitch up?
Is Sonya still hurt?
Yes.
Like, badly?
Yes.
Okay, she's also gonna bonk him on the head with the staff. Before we end, you have to say about it.
Oh,
go
you
to
go.
horny jail.
Yeah, go to
Bonk could go to healing jail.
I mean, your
you
spear's
go.
basically making you battle horny. So
Additional 20 to Sonya.
I'd like to point out, I'm pretty sure that's like the second time this campaign I've used healing hands.
Yeah. No, that was I mean, that basically came down to that last wisdom save by Sonya, unfortunately. In terms of
that's
Yeah.
so
Very brutal.
that's funny though. I love it. You've taken up the mantle of never fleeing.
yeah,
Literally.
never not fight, but Lulu has get the fuck out spell. Lulu is literally probably never gonna leave your side now because she's just like, you dumb fuck. Angry Lulu on your shoulder. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we're a little bit over, but thank you. We'll open up the solar incendiator next time on our next episode.
Hell yeah.
Be excited.
Good shit.
So Thursday is Sins, and
Sin.
Time to get sinful.
Hell yeah.
hell.
Oh yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody. Get your sleep. Get your
Yep.
rest. We out of here.
Those naturals.
Right on.
Buenos
Good night, everybody.
nachos, amigos.
Night.
Alrighty. We're out of here. Good night, everybody. You're still watching the stream. It's been your boy Scuzz. Tonight, we had a little bit of combat. That was scary. Actually, a good encounter to test them. I'm happy that I was able to throw that at them. I'm pretty sure they could have taken that encounter or may have been deadly. I mean, Horned Devils are fucking messed up. But, point being is that, this fight was not meant to be a kill everybody fight. It was meant to be a get the fuck out of there. And unfortunately, Sonya did get kind of boo-booed up, but that was mainly because he failed that wisdom save against the pike. I have it set at like a DC 14. Actually, no, DC 15, because with his paladin aura, that's a fine save to resist the temptation for battle. But we'll pick up on this next time. I'm ScuzzNugget. If you like D&D, we stream D&D on Tuesday nights, and we'll be playing in Neon's campaign on Thursday, streamed on twitch.tv/Gastroy. I'll be hosting that, etc. Take it easy, everybody. Good night. We're out of this bitch. Bye-bye.
acid rocker.